Then don't work, obviously. Sell blood, live on that somehow. And technically, it's only been 50 minutes, Cleta. About 50 minutes. Because I think I ended around 10 minutes after. Really? Like that quick? Jesus Christ. That's ridiculous. Their login timeout is like what, 10 minutes? Won't you guys log hacking my account? You don't get logged out of WoW anymore. Just throwing that out there. Here, I'll click play. I'll click play with that stuff. Oh well, ZeniMax actually. That'll make you happy. But I make that fast to eat. I made hamburgers. I used the George Foreman, but I did also. What the fuck? Oh, that's that guy. But I also did have to I do a thing where I'll take the hamburger meat and I'll mix it with like egg and some breadcrumb stuff, Worcestershire sauce, da 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 da. But I put them on the George Foreman for like 3.5 minutes, and then I'll melt some cheese on it. And I'm trying different things. Like I'm trying to cook better. At least like make it tastier anyway. I mean, not necessarily healthier, but make it taste better. And then, hamburgers is easy, right? You can't really fuck hamburgers up too bad. So I've been like trying different things to make it better. I initially just put the hamburger like straight on the thing and then spiced it afterwards. But yes, seasoning. There we go. But yeah, so I do the seasoning before I make them though. Like I said, I'm trying different things. I got different buns this time too. I got the brioche band. I don't know, buns. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Over here, I could use your help.
Shut up. That sounds like Christian Slater. But yeah, so I tried those. I also toasted them with butter this time. So I melted some butter, coated the bottom of the buns or the inside of the buns, and then put those on top of a pan and toasted those a little bit. Which didn't work out. Damn, girl, how you doing? What's up? So that it's kind of a pain because the top buns, the middle of the bread is up a little. I think it's concave a little bit, so the rim gets cooked too quick while the inside is barely touched, even when I try to smush it down. So I'm not quite sure how to fix that. And then the bottom part's cooked way faster because they're more flat. So those got overcooked a little bit, but not too bad. But they still turned out really good. Here, 4 terabyte drive. Oh, God, died. Oh, that sucks. That's a lot. Make sure I'm checking everything. Yeah, I mean, I could really super overcook them, but bison sliders, damn, that's expensive. Probably, I'm guessing. So yeah, I think we're going to go to Clockwork City. It looked pretty neat. This area looks pretty badass.
So the seal built this place and everything in it, except the people. Well, maybe even a few of them too, by the look.
This is my companion chick. She's basically there to tank for me.
Greetings, Sarah. A moment, if you please.
Her name's not Sarah. I know they call her by Sarah.
In your house, Sarah. My lord, Devaith Fear, would speak with you at once.
What does he want with me?
Your aid, in exchange for a sizable stipend. Devaith Fear seeks a powerful artifact and requires a companion. He insists you are the only candidate worth considering, for now. Go to the Tribunal Temple in Mournhold. Lord Fear waits for you there.
Do I have a choice?
Of course, but if you do not come, he will find another, and you will be left behind, forever saddled with a coward's regret. Hardly a choice, by my estimation. Service to Devaith Fear is a great honor, Sarah. Think hard before refusing.
I'll consider it.
My master waits for you in the Mournhold Tribunal Temple. A word of advice. Don't keep him waiting for long.
Who is Devaith Fear?
Only the most powerful mage in Tamriel.
Well, they all say
He
that.
has walked the roads of Nirn for millennia, plumbing the deepest mysteries of the Orbis. He strides between Mundus and Oblivion with ease. Daedric princes tremble at the mere mention of his name.
If he's that powerful, why does he need me?
It's not my place to question his decisions.
Oh, okay.
He ordered me to find you, and I obeyed.
I bet you did.
Lord Fear values diverse perspectives, but he has few mortal peers, so he often breaks bread with unusual people. Perhaps you strike him as unusual.
I do get that a lot. Alright, before we do that, I forgot to post. Let me do that real quick. Twitch. .tv. Loving you is war. I ain't got no weapon. It's on Twitter and YouTube as well, real fast. Forgot to do that. Is bison that much more expensive? I would think it was. Interesting. Let's see. Sorry. I meant to do this before, but I got caught up. You know how it is. Or 28 pounds for like 200. That seems like a lot. I can't remember how much regular beef is. It's all expensive right now, but... Alright, sorry. I ain't got no weapon. But yeah, you'll see this place is actually really cool looking. It's one of the main reasons I picked it. I did a little reading online about it. Like, check that out. We can barely see like the gear stuff in the sky. I don't know what this area is like the lore here is, but it looks cool. Damn it, I told you to zoom out. I keep zooming in. I think one of my mods is like really old. Because I've noticed some funkiness. I mean, there's a lot of UI problems in this game too, though. I'll say that. Just general, like, not even like, you know, custom UI. Alright, it's just going to keep fucking zooming in. That's fine. But like, just dumb stuff. Like, I think it's like opening... there's certain things you do that like dismount you that shouldn't. Like, I think over like your quest journal or something, I forget what it is. But there's certain things that like just take you off the mount. It's so dumb. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I normally see bison available. Yeah, check this place out. This is cool looking. I do have the map add-on that shows you where sky shards are. Ain't got no time to be finding them. I like that there's like riddles that kind of tell you where they are. That's the oh, that looks cool. Got some like Valkyrie mercy wings. But I ain't got time for that shit. If I had 8 billion hours of free time, absolutely. Would definitely like to try to find them myself. The Brass Fortress.
I wonder how the Tribunal Temple feels about the Clockwork Apostles. Actually, I wonder if they even know they exist. We're in a whole other world.
Don't you dare close your eyes. But can I close these? No. Alright, I wanted to try to hide them, but I don't remember how. So quest is up here. God, I hate the way that this game does auction house. If you're not familiar, it's terrible. Basically, there's no auction house. You have to join a guild, and then the guild has to buy rights to have a vendor in an auction house area. And then if they win it, then they can put up stuff, like people in the guild can put up stuff to sell on that vendor. So if you want to find something specific, you have to go to an area, check all the vendors, see if they have it. If they don't, or if the prices are too high, you have to go to an entirely different like city with that has an auction house or auction area, whatever it's called. Check those vendors. It's so fucking tedious. It's awful. There's a lot of really bad decisions with this, but quest-wise, it's a fun game. The combat's not good. Visually, it looks good. I think it looks better now, honestly, than it did at launch, or at least as much as I remember it looking. Damn, I jumped through a lot of hoops for this guy. You better pay us well. But quest-wise, it's really good. It's kind of up there with like Star Wars: Old Republic. Why did it put me here? What is up with this quest? Or just where they're like putting us at? It's so weird. It's like put us outside. So strange.
I've been wanting to visit here. Spare a moment?
Oh, wait, like she wanted to talk to her?
Something you need to discuss? What would you like to talk about? My dad's an antiquarian. He gave me an appreciation of cultural artifacts. Mom showed me how to find them. I prefer to treat such things with the respect they deserve. Problem, Sarah?
Okay, maybe she just was saying, like, for a moment, like, stop here and smell the roses, I guess. We're not even in Clockwork City anymore. I guess we'll go back. The first quest you get for Clockwork City says, yeah, leave. But then come back.
Ah, you've arrived at last. Come forward.
At last.
Much to discuss.
Bitch, you want my time.
So, you've chosen to join me. Excellent. I seek a powerful Daedric artifact. It lies hidden in a distant land. A gleaming city filled with danger, curiosity, and contradiction. In such a place, diverse perspective is vital. Thus, you.
What exactly am I signing up for?
A voyage that only a few have ever undertaken. We will travel to Sotha Seal's peculiar experiment, the Clockwork City. I have inquiries to make. You will assist me.
You know how to reach it? I mean...
I do. The Tribunes are not so clever that they could hide such a place from me for long. The city is quite close, and also very far away. Just the first of Sotha Seal's many paradoxes. If you choose to join me, be prepared for many more.
Why ask me for help?
The future holds its secrets close, but I have scried glimpses. Your spirit strides alongside those of anointed kings and heroes. Trust me, you walk the path to power. Don't believe me? Good. A healthy dose of skepticism will serve you well. Of course you will. Naturally you have questions. Alas, they will have to wait. Servants of the Tribunal do not look kindly on blasphemous journeys like this one. Meet me at the waterfall north of the city. We can discuss the details there. Prepare if you must, but make it quick. Time is not on our side.
Then why did you wait and not... Oh, quest NPCs.
I was tired of walking anyway.
It's cool. This game's got a lot of good armor sets, too. They look pretty cool. Alright, now we're going to go back to where we were. But yeah, if you are looking for a good MMO that's, like, got a lot of good story, a lot of people will tell you Final Fantasy. I'm going to tell you no, unless you pay to skip past Realm Reborn. The story in Realm Reborn is not very good. It's alright. It's not awful, but it's very, like, generic. But after that, it's supposed to get better, but it's also not voiced. Which, you know, if you're just playing yourself, it's not a big deal. But it does get a bit tiresome. They're bad about doing that thing where they tell you something.
Come, here, behind the waterfall.
They'll tell you something, they'll tell you it again, and then they'll tell you it again. Like they kind of repeat themselves a bunch.
My companion arrives at last. Now then, our journey begins...
Oops, hold on. 1 second, I want to up the dialogue volume a little bit. It's already maxed, so... Set that a little bit. Okay.
My companion arrives at last. Now then, our journey begins in this dreary little cave. Quite a surprise, yes? Believe me, it won't be the last. We can speak freely here, but do make it brief. All this natural splendor is just... well, tedious.
You're right about that. You mentioned Sotha Sil. Who is he?
The father of mysteries, the clockwork god, the tinkerer, and other such banal titles. Sotha Sil, or Set, is a member of the Dark Elf Tribunal. He reigns over Morrowind as the god of craft and sorcery, the wisest and most reclusive of the three.
Do you know him well?
Ha! No one truly knows Sotha Sil, not even his hordes of wild-eyed worshippers. I studied with him before his ascent, and even then he defied comprehension. His only true peer was Indoril Nerevar. Such a shame what happened to
I just tried to, like, readjust my glasses. That actually hasn't happened in a long time.
Indeed. Saint Nerevar the Captain, our king and greatest champion for a time. He died, tragically, during a journey to the heart of Red Mountain. It was all very sudden. Some believe his retainer, Dagoth Ur, struck the mortal blow. Others...
What do the others think?
Some believe that Sotha Sil, Vivek, and Almalexia murdered Nerevar so they could take divine power for themselves. Who's to say what really happened? In any event, Sotha Sil emerged from the mountain even more inscrutable than before.
What do you think happened?
I think it's irrelevant. The silence of Sotha Sil may come from a place of grief and deep regret. It might be a side effect of his fierce obsessions, perhaps both. How he became a god is no concern of mine. I respect his knowledge, nothing more.
Why did Sotha Sil hide the Clockwork City here?
Sotha Sil hides everything. But more to your point, it's not just a city. It's an incomprehensibly powerful, world-shaping device. Can't leave that sort of thing lying about, can you? Also, Almalexia worries about how it reflects on her divinity.
Almalexia?
Yes, Sil's fellow tribune. A machine can be studied, and perhaps understood in time. She fears that by reducing their divinity to a machine, Sotha Sil lessens the mystique of their godhood. To his great credit, Sil largely ignores these concerns.
What do you hope to find in the Clockwork City?
A Daedric artifact. I take a keen interest in all such objects, but this one seems especially significant. You see, nearly everyone who searches for it winds up dead.
Oh, great. Good.
I suspect that someone or something hid this artifact away in the Clockwork City.
Are you concerned about seeking an object that got other people killed?
Other people are not Devaith Fear. I've not lived this long by shying away from dangerous relics. Anyway, if this artifact inspired someone to slaughter scores of mages, it's clearly something worth investigating.
Your face is not worth investigating. Got him fucking wrecked. But yeah, if you're looking for good story in MMOs, this and Star Wars, you can play them both as single players. No problem. There's very little to no forced grouping.
Even draftier than I remembered. Follow me.
Like to get through, get through the main stories and all of that.
Welcome to the dwarven hold of Barmsarm Shend, such as it is. Ironic that AM's holy city of Mournhold has Dwemric roots, don't you think?
Yes?
Curious. Practically no one knows this route, but this scaffolding looks new. Built by rogue ordinators, perhaps? Stay watchful. Sotha Seal always did admire dwarven industry, albeit quietly. Perhaps that's why he built his city here.
I don't know what the... Oh, God. Jesus. That's twice I almost fell off the edge.
This lift will take us to the nethermost depths of the ruin, and to our destination. Come along.
You gonna get on here? I know she would warp, but...
On you go. The entrance lies just ahead.
Oh, yeah, let me go first. You really need my perspective, my unique, different perspective, or you just need me to go first? I feel like that answer is fairly obvious.
That's our door.
Like I said, the environments are really good. That seems fine. They're friendly, right? Yeah, see?
Sotha Seal's factotums still remember me. How touching.
Nice animation.
I'd say prepare yourself, but nothing can prepare you for what's to come. Touch the sphere. The Clockwork City awaits.
That's what he said, sort of. I mean, I could have teleported there. Oh, wait. No, I'm going to be a Swiss ball. Ooh, nice lighting in here.
What in the... This is not the brass fort. Someone diverted our passage. Audacious, but foolhardy. When I find them, Wait. I feel... cold.
Cold-blooded.
Creature!
Oh, shit.
My shadow!
It's Shadow Link.
My power! Don't let it escape!
I hate when my power just emerges out of my body into a shadowy form and then just runs away. Defeat the factotums.
Factotums! They're activating!
That's what I said. I actually pronounced it correctly for once.
Ready your weapons! I will assist you as best I can!
About to ready my... No, oh, God! This is really only one of the classes I found that I like very much. I'm hoping that actually stays.
Another batch! Spinning up! Destroy
I'm
them!
getting good at this. Well, I probably shouldn't be proud of that.
No, oh, damn it. Bullshit. Oh, he actually is healing. Nice. Anything that's got, like, positional, y'all know I love. Damn it. I'll show you my abilities, I guess, in a bit.
More!
Ooh.
To the southeast!
Get wrecked.
Make ready!
Yeah, Velix. I did like a Google search, and of course ended up just checking Reddit.
This had better be the last of them!
And I was like,
That was a bit of a wobble.
I was looking for areas that had the best
I
quests.
don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to.
I'm gonna like it, even though I just said, yeah, you tank. Oh shit. Oh, paying attention. This was one of the areas that a lot of people recommended.
My shadow remains close. We must hurry.
When did the combat? Oh, the combat. But this character is actually not bad. I actually like it with this character, but I also have it unlocked a second weapon slot.
Swivel swords.
Language.
Wonderful. I'm in no condition to navigate this maze. Go. Find a way to deactivate these traps. Perhaps I failed to impress the gravity of our situation.
Don't get snippy with me, bitch!
If my shadow gets away, we may never escape this place. So if you have something to say it quickly.
I can escape. Was that really your shadow?
Yes. And perhaps something more. In removing my shadow, our attacker removed some vital part of my animus. My soul, in the common parlance. Without it, my power is severely diminished. Needless to say, this will not do.
How's the dialogue audio, by the way? Do you know how to recover your shadow?
This may surprise you, but I've never had my shadow ripped from my body.
It's kind of quiet here.
Even so, I will devise a solution. Don't trouble yourself with the finer details. Just be prepared to fight. Much will depend on your ability. Do not fail me.
Do you have any idea what sent us here?
Not yet. We should have translocated directly to the Brass Fortress, Seal's chief municipality here in the Clockwork City. But somehow we ended up here. Vexing.
How do we plan to get out?
One step at a time, if you please. We need only to find a landmark or map or something. Once I... to find an exit. Just leave that to me. You focus on these traps.
I turned it up a little bit in OBS. Yeah, the combat is unfortunately never been good in ESO. And the people who play this game a lot have got serious Stockholm Syndrome. And they're like, nah, the combat is good. It's like, no, it's not. It's really, really not. But yeah, so a few places people recommended for like quality of quests and just kind of fun areas to do. You might want to step back. This Rothgar, some people mentioned, High something. A few places. And I kind of like peeked into each one just to see like visually how it looked. Which I guess visually how it looked is a redundant, but whatever. Oop. Ow. Okay, does that just never stop, I guess? Oh, you just have to wait. Okay. Just does it for a long time. Yeah, so I zoned into here where I zoned at the beginning of the stream. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, this place looks really cool. So I went with it. I've tried Necromancer like as a class. I wasn't that crazy about it. Could have been the spec I was using. But I was not
well done.
Super impressed.
Killed by spinning knives is not an epitaph worthy of Devaith Fear. Now, onward. I'm eager to see what new wind-up absurdities await us.
I mean, it's nothing to do with tab targeting whatsoever. This game's bad combat has zero to do with the fact that it's not tab targeting.
I recognize this place now. The Pneumatic Forge. We should leave as soon as possible. Sotha Seal constructs his clockwork servitors here, the factotums. They reject anyone who doesn't belong. Someone meant for us to die here.
I want to look over here. Give me a minute. All right, I'm not gonna read all that. If I wasn't streaming, I would, but. Dragon World boss and elsewhere? I know nothing about it.
Remedial spellcraft is all I can muster, but I will aid you as best I can. Lead on.
Yes, that is typically true. Eastern MMOs do tend to have the best combat, yes. Terra. Black Desert combat is really good, but it's wasted because the AI of the enemies is so awful that it's just boring. It's roughly the equivalent of be giving a Lamborghini, but you live on nothing but like really bumpy dirt roads that you can't drive fast on. You didn't detect me. You thought you did. But yeah, Black Deserts would be good if the AI wasn't completely and utterly brain dead and presented any form of challenge in any way, shape, or form. But it doesn't. Yeah, that's the problem. Is you don't need good combat to do that. And that's what ruins it. You might want to move or just stand in it, whichever. Well, let me tell you what to do. Like I say, it's having a Lamborghini on a backwater road. Oh shit. It's like we're playing D&D online with all these traps. I mean, that's definitely not true either. The life skills and stuff in ESO or Black Desert are great, but the actual fight, like it's a weird like, what do you call it? Not oxymoron, but it's a weird dichotomy, I guess. And that the combat is fun, fighting enemies is not. Alright, try to get around this shit. It's getting a little annoying now. Really, everything's really delayed too, like right now. Like more so than normal. Like I keep hitting it, like telling it to do stuff, and it just kind of nothing happens. I'm not quite sure why that is. What are you playing after StarCraft 2? God of War Valhalla. I still got to get that set up and everything. I don't know if we'll start tomorrow. It just depends how long it takes to finish the campaign.
At last! Defeat this monstrosity, but don't kill it. I must reclaim my power. More of them! Take heed!
Like, I want like a bow as my secondary. You're down already? Damn, this takes forever. She's probably just gonna die again, but... Jesus. I love not being able to do anything.
I'm losing blood.
Stop running into the damn AoE, maybe.
Stand back. Time to reclaim what is mine.
Okay.
Maliad kebiet tehir! Devakrokad sint morad! Finally. You never know how much you miss a thing until it tries to kill you. More ridiculous machines? I've had enough of this.
We should have done that earlier.
We still have a long way to go.
Is the dialogue a little bit better now? Or is it still a little bit quiet? No, I didn't beat Broodworm. We're on mission 8. All right, we just started mission 8. So we have 8, 9, 10 plus the bonus mission.
I wonder why
Behold,
Lord Set made so many
Clockwork
creations
City.
that imitate life.
Finally.
Because he could.
So the
just
seal's
better
Shush.
understand
fortress
them?
waits at the end of this
You'd
road.
probably just hope we find
Go
some.
there at once. I'm keen to find out who sent us on that delightful jaunt through the new Martis.
I hate when two NPCs like are talking over each other. But yeah, this game, I mean, if I had to pick, yes, I prefer not to have targeting. But a big part of this game is, one, it just feels very spammy. It doesn't feel like your abilities have any real impact. And it just feels like you're just mashing constantly. There's not a lot of thought to it. I feel like I'm like, at least for the other two classes I played, I just kind of like just mashed them in whatever order. I mean, obviously there's you know, orders, but then I don't even really mind mixing in the light attacks and whatnot, but the weapon switching really sucks. Like animation canceling bullshit should have never been in the game. Well, I mean, it was initially a bug, and then they didn't want to bother fixing it because it was too hard. So then they were like, oh no, we totally did that on purpose. So now damage is built around assuming that you're doing weapon swapping and animation canceling. Which is unfortunate. Yeah, WoW does a really good job of like making you feel like you're busy. Oh, he's actually still with us. Makes it feel like you're busy all the time, but I'm not just spamming shit for the most part. It depends on the class too, right? Some classes are worse than others as far as feeling kind of spammy. And especially at lower levels, and especially on Classic. Like, the Warrior is a perfect example of that. Like, you really are just spamming Heroic Strike for the most part, over and over and over again at low levels. That's it. But this game, like, especially with my Warrior tank, I felt like I was just just slamming the fucking keys constantly. But not in like a fun way.
Devaith Fear, I warned you never to come back.
Oh look, she angry. She smacked the
And
ground.
you, one of Fear's lackeys, I take it.
Luciana Pullo. Hospitable as ever? Go talk to her. I'll not waste my time speaking with a petulant toy soldier.
Go easy with that face.
Hold there, friend of Fear. I am Proctor Luciana Pullo of the Clockwork Apostles. I don't know how you and this egomaniac breached Lord Set's Celestiadrome, but I won't have non-citizens stirring up mischief in the Brass Fortress.
How can I become a citizen?
Only just arrived and already trying to grease the gears?
Oh, God.
New arrivals must secure an endorsement from a citizen in good standing. I'm prepared to overlook your atrocious choice in companions if you can find a sponsor. Until then, you are tarnished.
How do I get a citizen to sponsor me?
That's for you to find out. Not many citizens will risk their reputation on a green-heeled stranger, and you'll find no comfort from me. Maybe you should confer with the other tarnished over there. In the meantime, obey the law. I'll be watching.
I'll be breaking the law, breaking the law.
Luciana
Tread
clearly hasn't
carefully,
lost her
Fear.
charming demeanor. predictable.
Seems I won't be able to welcome in the city until I found a sponsor.
Ah, yes. Their bizarre sponsorship custom. I forgot about that little wrinkle. As a friend and peer of Sotha Sil, I come and go as I please. I suppose it would be best for you to wait out here. If I need you again, I will find you.
Can't you sponsor me?
I'm not a citizen. And even if I were, I'd not waste time wading through their opaque bureaucracy. You've proven yourself to be more than capable. I have no doubt you'll figure something out. Gain your sponsorship. We will speak again soon. I appreciate your assistance in the pneumatic forge, but for now, our paths must diverge. The artifact we seek will not remain in one place for long. I can ill afford a delay. Navigate this absurd ritual quickly, and I will find you again afterward.
Who is Luciana Polo? Willow.
One of Sotha Sil's greater lackeys, Chief Proctor of the Clockwork Apostles. You might have noticed some mild cosmetic flaws.
That face was brutal.
Honestly, I think she's more automaton than flesh and blood. She certainly acts the part.
Why does an Imperial serve a Dark Elf god?
Seal takes all kinds. Imperials, Bretons, even Argonians.
Ugh.
Luciana may be one of his oldest servants. She served Emperor Riemann Cyrodiil as a battle mage in her younger years. Made quite a name for herself during the Akaviri invasion.
What happened to her? How did she wind up here?
According to the legend, she was caught in a torrent of arcane energy during a battle with a rival mage. It mangled her body and sent her hurtling through the veil. She eventually crashed here. Seal found her shortly thereafter and mended her wounds.
So now she serves him.
Indeed. At first, I thought she served him out of some cheap obligation. Reciprocity for his kindness.
Reciprocity.
Apparently, she really believes in this place. I heard they had a bit of a falling out. She still serves him, though, in her dog-like fashion.
She didn't seem happy to see you.
People like her rarely are. You see, I present a destabilizing influence. I reject all illusions of authority and thus reject their entire way of life. Hierarchy, ritual, reverence, it's all a sham. I respect power, not absurd social constructs.
She mentioned the Clockwork Apostles.
Yes, a monastic order of sorts. They serve Sotha Sil through magical inquiry. Apostles fancy themselves iconoclasts, who push the boundaries of magical praxis. There's a seed of truth there, I suppose, but they're still obnoxious.
Are they all like Luciana?
You mean, are they all half-metal monstrosities? More or less. Some modify themselves more than others. It's a form of reverence. They want to be more like Sotha Sil. You see, Sil has some peculiar... Well, I'll let you see for yourself.
Why did Luciana refer to Sotha Sil as Set?
Sil has many names. Sotha Sil, Set, Sea, the Clockwork God, on and on. Tiresome, if you ask me. The Clockwork Apostles mostly refer to him as Set, his verse and sermon name. I call him Seal, because I'm not a doe-eyed idiot.
You are a genius. Almost like me. And we'll wear this. We lose that 2.5 XP, but... Also, this is actual leather. Ooh, that looks kind of nice. Nice design on the back. Sticking my daggers right through the sides. I'm gonna go grab some non-alcoholic, alcohol removed wine to have on chill night. Also, we got a bunch of skill points. I got a bunch. I haven't really put into anything because, again, I don't really care what's optimal necessarily. You can see we're killing stuff real fast, especially with this tank and companion, since I can backstab stuff. But I'm definitely mostly going for like backstabby type abilities. We could put a point in this. Increase your physical and spell penetration, giggity, against enemies you're flanking by 1487. Increase the duration of the stun from sneak by 100%. We'll definitely take that. When an enemy dies within 2 seconds of being damaged, you restore 500 magicka or stamina. I mean, I never run out of stamina so far, so that's a non-issue. Increased health 7 and magic recovery by 7, which again, we're always fine. Casting a shadow ability grants you major resolve for 3 seconds, increasing your physical and spell resistance by 5,000. Duration is increased by 25 for each piece of heavy armor. So I guess this is the tank tree. Strive I haven't morphed this. I almost never use it. It's a heal. It's like a self heal. Let's see. And I'm definitely focusing stamina. And both of these are magicka, which kind of sucks, but heals an additional target. Increases the damage done, but reduces the healing caused. I wonder if healing abilities heal your companions. It probably does. We'll pick it. Because if it could heal her, that could be useful. After drinking a potion, I never drink potions. Increase your magicka. Never use magicka. Two-handed. I haven't really been using any weapon abilities. I guess I could swap that in for 3. Oh, this two-handed, not dual-wield. Derp. Flood an enemy with steel, battering them with 4 consecutive attacks. Bleed. Increase damage while dual-wield abilities by 10% against enemies with under 25% health. Increase weapon and spell damage by 3% of offhand. Yeah, that's fine. Like I said, damage-wise, we're pretty good right now. I mean, enemies die so fast, the bleed isn't a big deal. So I'll just get Flurry, I guess. I'll put that here. Increase your critical damage and healing done rate by 1% for every 2 pieces of medium. Oh, for every piece. Yeah, we'll do that. Alright, there we go. Now I've used all my spells. So now we need to find somebody to help us.
I appreciate your assistance.
Wait, so can we? I mean, it says we can't go in, but we're like, fuck it, we're going in. And of course, like any true upstanding nerd,
feels about the clock.
we're having our alcohol-free wine with the anime Big Titty Girl cup.
We're in a whole other world.
Ooh. I can only drink so much of it. I see you over there. What are you doing? Sneaking around.
I just don't know. I always expected Clockwork City to be a bit more hospitable.
We need not the grease of luxury to find our sequence here.
Still, you never tire of it? The smell of oil or the taste of gruel?
Your mind must become a
Gruel.
gear, a single constant. Why?
Well, I don't see anybody who actually has.
Do not let such thoughts rust your mind.
That's true, I suppose. No
Quests
use
here?
crying over spilt milk. Milk.
They're usually fairly easy to see on the map,
I hope you are
I believe.
Entity name not found.
What's in here? Reactor District. They did not give us a quest of any kind to get citizenship. Oh, we're being attacked by random
All right,
stuff. Okay.
don't cry for mummy.
It's easy. Come on. Well, the server is shit in the bed today. I've been noticing that a lot of lagginess today.
By Set's will, I am bound to defend structural integrity diagnostics. Dreaming. Fishbowl.
My stealth is actually not that high. Yeah, stuff gets wrecked pretty quick.
They're coming for us.
Oh shit. Yeah, speak for yourself.
Reflecting.
Alright, I guess we'll... I'm not really sure where the hell to go to get to the next part of this quest.
Initialized.
It doesn't make a lot of sense because they said we weren't allowed to come in. Or maybe we can be in the fortress area, but we can't be anywhere else. Oh, there's a quest over here. I didn't notice it before. I keep looking on the map. I forget the map was a mod because it's one of the weird MMOs that doesn't have a mini-map.
Come, have a drink with me.
Damn, he's giving that bread hell. He got the piccolo. Don't see the marker anymore, so apparently... Oh no, there's it. There it is.
Is this... It's wondrous, isn't it? Elegant, meticulous, timeless. I once took joy in studying the perfection of this realm, but now every revolution of the great gear only tightens the vice in my chest. Tell me, are you here to unravel Lord Set's mysteries?
I don't think it does by default. I don't think. In a manner of speaking.
Then may I impose on you as a fellow seeker. For all my learning, I can think of no escape from my predicament, save one. An experiment performed by one of my order, for which she was cast out from the Clockwork Apostles. I need you to find her.
You want me to find someone your order exiled?
Terere Helladrin was ahead of her time. It was fear that led to her expulsion, not reason. I see that now. Please find her. Tell her I'll make it right if she'll save my life. There is no one among the Order I can turn to. She is my only hope.
Exile her, but then like, oh wait, shit, I need you, come back.
Terere has been gone a very long time. But her ill-fated experiment created a persistent disorder in the grand schema. Its motions are chaotic, but not entirely unpredictable. Following it may provide some clue to her whereabouts.
What can you tell me about your order?
We were some of Tamriel's best and brightest magi, invited to the Clockwork City by Sotha Sil to attend his experiments and learn from the greatest mind in creation. We have been left to our own devices for a long time. Order was needed. Regulation.
I want to know why Terari was cast out.
We believed she was meddling with forces that were solely the domain of the Clockwork God. A backward, emotional response one might expect from followers of a less enlightened deity. Destroying her notes and shunning her ideas was shameful.
Can you tell me anything else about what I'm looking for?
Terere's ambitious experiment resulted in a factotum going haywire. It reduced portions of the brass fortress to shambles before taking its rampage off into the reactor district. We record its movements by analyzing the destruction in its wake.
It annoys me that he keeps, like, looking to the side and not looking at me. What is it that's ailing you?
Age, Seeker. Too many grains from the hourglass have gathered in this humble body. They've worn its workings so thin. I don't think it will be long before I join the inert. But I'm not ready. There's still so much to see.
Yeah, he's got, like, robot arms. Pretty neat. Let's see. Clockwork City, please. Thank you. Wait, what? Is that not? Okay. I guess it's just a super closed door. So now we're probably heading back to that area. Yeah, I don't think it has a mini-map by default. That or it's pretty bad. Bad enough that I actually downloaded a mini-map. That was very spooky. Get completely fucked, bitch.
Defense protocols initializing.
Go invisible. Oh, just gotta go over my abilities real quick, I guess. So surprise attack 1 deals damage and applies sunder. If you strike an enemy from their flank, you also set them off balance. This attack will also be guaranteed to be a critical strike up to once every 3 seconds. So that's what I usually try to start with. And then I'll do a heavy attack to knock them down. Killer's Blade. Thrust a caustic blade with lethal precision to stab an enemy, dealing 2400 disease damage. Up to 400% more damage to enemies with less than 50% health. Heals you for 4800 if the enemy dies within 2 seconds. Flurry 3, this one we just got. Battering with 4 consecutive attacks that each deal 1300. Shadowy Disguise. Cloak yourself in shadow to become invisible for 3 seconds. The next direct damage attack used within 3 seconds will always be critical. While slotted on either bar, you gain major prophecy and savagery, increasing spell and weapon crit by 2600. Ambush. This is the teleport. Flash to the shadows and ambush your enemy, dealing damage and inflicting with minor vulnerability, increasing damage taken by 5%. Also grants you Empower and Minor Berserk for 10 seconds, increasing the damage of your heavy attacks against monsters by 112%, and your damage done by 5. Deathstrokes are ultimate. Ravage an enemy with a Swift Strike, dealing 7,000 magic damage and causing them to take 20% more damage from your attacks. That one I always forget to take. I think he's wandering to places familiar to him. He's returned to the site of my first workshop, where we met. I don't think he can recognize it in his current disrepair. He's just wandering and crying out loud, lost, alone, and in pain. Bolin, forgive me. I risked approaching him in the quiet moment, but my presence only seemed to agitate him. He pleaded to know what happened to him, but he grew violent in his distress, and his body is frighteningly strong. I fled him, but they only made matters worse. I heard the upset rampaging echoing the canyon halls. It's hard to sleep here. This used to be a happy place, our happy home. Now it's rust and ruin. The laughter we shared here, replaced by the distant weeping of a machine that can't shed tears. How long have I been out here now? How many times have I tried to calm that poor broken soul? I can't take it, but I suppose I deserve this. I tried to kill him. I just want him to have peace, but I can't manage it. No matter what I do, I only cause him pain. I must be cursed. Well, we found out what was going on with that thing. With that machine thing. I want to get our stealth up. Oh, missed somehow. Oh. Off balance. Yeah, that number 2 attack. If they are weakened up at all, Or if they're under 50%, fucking wrecks. Oh no, he saw me somehow.
So the seal built this place and everything in it, except the people. Well, maybe even a few of them too, by the look.
Made that mention before. You definitely do a shitload of damage. Like, it's been a while since I soloed in this game for sure, but... Ooh. Oh, damn it. An empty chest, really? That's fucked up. Yeah, if you get them from stealth, like that's...
Kill them to run away? Well, no, I guess it wouldn't. Maybe they should try that.
Smart ass. Yeah, I definitely feel like this does more damage than any other class I've played. Snake! Robot dino? Oh god. Also, I don't remember what my dodge roll is, but I'm sure I'll figure it out later. I don't know what that gear was for in relation to this quest, but... Oh, I also need to use... We've got some of those XP things. Also, some New Life, or these charity things I never opened. From the Christmas, or no, that was New Year's thing. She's like, can you help me instead of just open your shit? Thanks. Damn, we got decapitated. Alright, but we need to use some kind of XP. Increase your character... I've also been getting these from the dailies. There's a bunch of riding stuff for some reason in the dailies this month. Increase your character's riding speed by 1 per lesson. Riding speed allows you to move faster while mounted. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, 3 of 60, damn. Get those. Riding stamina. Increase, okay, yep. Expand your character's inventory by 1 slot per lesson. Okay, yep. Yeah, then you used to be like you can only train once a day on that, but you had to go to the stable master. That's apparently different than it used to be. You gain 150% experience point bonus for all sources. Let's just do the 50% ones for now. That's fine. This place is really neat looking. Oh, that's an enemy. Everything just gets wrecked by us. Oops, meant to do that. Really? Nothing has a chance. Oh, is it in there? No. Oh, it's over here somewhere. Well, let's go over this with it.
Vec, I hope you're watching.
Ain't nobody watching you. I'm barely watching you. Come on. I swear those things that you're supposed to be able to interrupt, I find often just don't work. Like, I'll press both buttons to do the interrupt, and it just doesn't seem to do anything. One really unique thing about ESO, if you've never played it, is that you can pickpocket and steal items that are out. You can assassinate NPCs. There's like a whole Thieves Guild thing where you can go and fence items. There's a whole skill tree line that goes with stealing items and selling them. There's, like I said, the Assassin's Guild quests, which is pretty neat. Because there's not really a lot of other NPCs or other MMOs you can do that. Or there's any reason to, even if you could.
Give me one good reason why I shouldn't reduce you to dust where you stand.
Savor Siriani is dying. He thinks your experiment may be a key to saving his life.
He what? No, absolutely not. That experiment cost me everything I held dear. I was a fool to try it. Sovor of all people should know that.
It's a risk he's willing to take. He said he'd do whatever he could to make things right.
The only thing I want is to put an end to Bolan's misery. You want to make things right? Help me free his soul from its machine prison. Do that, and maybe, just maybe, I'll be willing to entertain this insanity.
How might I accomplish this?
Remove the black soul gem from his factotum body and return it to me. He'll resist you, and as that machine, Bolan is extremely dangerous. He nearly killed me during his last episode. In the meantime, I'll contact Sovor, but no promises.
Who's Bolan?
My lover. When I was still an apostle. He was mortally wounded in an accident, beyond any hope of survival, but I couldn't accept that. I was enlightened, so I saved his life by transferring his spirit into a factotum.
The end result wasn't as you'd hoped.
Bolan's consciousness took over the factotum, but the experience changed him. He always had a wild, creative mind, and I confined it to a cold, rigid prison. That stifled existence was too much to bear. It drove him mad.
You're certain you want me to destroy Bolan's body?
More than certain. Every moment that he lingers in that mechanical shell is torture. For both of us. Just don't damage the Black Soul Gem. Honestly, I'm not sure you could. But just be careful.
You mentioned an episode. What did you mean?
Bolan's moods are unpredictable. In his rare lucid moments, I try to reach out to him. But no matter what I try, I only ever seem to get him worked up into a frenzy. Seeing him like that makes me wish I wouldn't blame him if he killed me.
What do you intend to do with the Black Soul Gem once you have it?
I don't know. I'd like nothing more than to smash it into 1,000 pieces. But there's no guarantee that that would redeem Bolan's soul. I've been so focused on finding and stopping that factotum that I haven't really considered what would come after.
Assassin Quest 6 for fucking ever. Yeah, I never actually did those. I think I did do some of the Thieves Guild quests. But I don't, pretty sure I didn't do the other ones, the Assassins. Which is funny because you'd think I'd be signing up for that. Damn, he just got fucking bullied. Anything new with Assassin? Surround yourself with the one, reduces damage. Okay, I mean, nothing too sexy there. Damn, not till 30. Jesus. That's another thing I've never liked about ESO. It just takes so long to get new abilities. Like, you get a decent amount of them fairly early, which is nice. But then, like, you go huge stretches with, like, fuck all.
Detection array calibrating.
I don't think I get, like, stealth XP or anything like this, do I? Because there is a world thing for hiding, but that just reduces the stealth costs. Hmm. NPCs. I mean, you know, Assassin's Guild. I'm not gonna get some random person who kills one or two other people, of course. You gotta prove you're willing to stick in it for the long haul. You're not just killing as a fun hobby. Bolin, no! Oh well, bye Bolin.
I'm still here. I won't go.
Yeah, you will.
I could use some help.
Is it over?
It sure is, Bolin. It sure is. That part was a bitch. We took a ton of damage there. I have like almost all of my points in stealth. Or stamina, rather. Instead of health. We're going all out damage. I am going to probably start swapping it over there. Getting some health. Daily endeavor completed. Kill 2 dangerous foes. Yeah, these nerds getting wrecked. Get dominated. Standing with your back to a box so I can't backstab you? Disgusting. Be taunting, woman. I haven't really found a lot of gear for her either, the companion. If you get that backstab, that's pretty much all she wrote.
That got them off balance.
Level up.
Mother Morrowind has her eye on you.
Oh boy, we've got the weapon swap ability. Great. One of the worst things about the combat in this game.
Dust aside, the equipment is in good order. We just need the vessel, and we can begin.
Is that them? Have they returned? The world feels so heavy now.
We'll probably do bow, so we have something to swap to. But I'm not really into the whole like constant weapon swapping shit. At least not for this. When I was playing the tank and we're doing the dungeons, you kind of need to, which is lame. But we'll go with the bow. We'll do 2 health. Catch it back up a little bit. Let's see, well, I'm not really weapon interested that much in. Oh, whoops, I gotta. Nope. Then hurry up. Put the weapons away. Relax. Oh, hey, there he is. I'm dying of old.
Bringing up so many unpleasant memories. Please tell me you've managed to show Bolin some measure of peace.
Yes, I had the Black Soul Gem.
That's something at least. I've agreed to attempt my experiment again with Sovar as my subject. He's promised to petition the Order to end my exile if I'm successful. But I couldn't care less about that. I just want this to be over.
Why go through with it then?
The truth is, I need Sovar as much as he needs me. I think the only way I can safely extract Bolin's soul from the gem is to offer it something in exchange. Who knows if I'll ever have another willing subject? Can I count on your assistance?
What do you need me to do?
I'd like you close at hand in case Sovar has a similar reaction to the experiment as Bolin. Throw that switch when you're ready to begin the transfer. I'll keep watch on the equipment from here. It's begun. Now would be the time to pray.
I have faith in Lord Set's tenets. Observe, learn, apply. Trust in his grand design.
Well, let's see if you feel that way when you get turned into this robot.
Yes. It's sublime. This order.
Ifre, I can feel. Thank you. I can feel.
I think it worked. Please, please let it have worked.
Little swapperoonie.
Is it him? Is that really my Bolin?
That's gonna make sex super weird.
Will he hate me? Will he even recognize me? I can't do this. I can't face him.
This may be your last chance.
I know. It's better than not knowing. Always wondering, but thank you for ending this. I need a moment. I don't think Bolin has long. Bolin? Is it you? Speak to me. I need to know it's still you, please.
Terrori, when did we get so old?
Heh.
It's time now, isn't it?
It is. You're free now. I'm sorry for all the pain I caused.
Enough tears, love. We're liable to rust. There. That's the smile.
Damn, he really was close to dying. It's a good thing we got him in here when we did.
Did you see? Bolin! It was him. He seemed whole again.
Sevor transitioned as well.
Oh yes. He does seem to be coping well, or he's at least more sedate in his insanity. Don't worry. I'll keep watch over him, and make sure he doesn't lapse into some violent fugue.
I mean, if he does, what are you going to do about it? You clearly couldn't stop it last time. Bolin seemed grateful for what you did.
He'd been suffering for so long. I'm glad his passing was a peaceful one. I have to hope that wherever he finds to rest, he's the same beautiful soul I remember. Not the tormented mind I saw in that machine.
You still have doubts about this outcome.
I'd mostly accepted that there would be no end to my punishment. I don't know that I can believe all this might work out in the end. I'll be watchful, not hopeful, for a while yet.
Take the good with the bad. Dwelling on things is only going to make you miserable. There's a life lesson.
I will try. I haven't had much cause for celebration in a long time. Out of practice. It's going to take some work.
What will you do now that this is all behind you?
Sover seems convinced that the Clockwork Apostles need a mind like mine. I won't hold my breath waiting for them to agree. I'll keep in his company for a while, at least until I'm convinced he's stable. After that, I really can't say.
Why do you think his transition was so much easier than Bolin?
Maybe it's Sovor's faith and Sophaciel's wisdom, or his willingness or understanding of the transition, or maybe he's just better suited to it. Bolin wasn't a Clockwork Apostle, and I made that choice for him. It was a selfish mistake.
You guys anything to say?
I am one with Lord Set's grand design. I can feel my purpose in my very core. My mind is free of the clutter of my living needs. I am no longer burdened by the weight of my decaying flesh. I am free. Thank you.
Thank Terrari. She's more responsible for this than I am. I mean, not really.
All cogs drive the mechanism. Removing any one from the chain, no matter how small, results in failure. I would no longer exist without the both of you. As promised, I will ensure Terrori's reinstatement to the Order. All cogs drive the mechanism.
What will you do with your new life?
Continue the quest for understanding. It has always been my purpose, and I have never been better suited for it.
In this form, I may labor as tirelessly as Lord Set himself.
You seem to be coping well.
I have never been better. I may never be better. I only regret not undergoing this self-improvement sooner. The Order was faulty in denying Terrory's genius. I must correct this error.
Is there anyone who can help you if you start feeling abnormal?
There is one place where my condition would not be considered unusual. The Asylum Sanctorium. The resident alienists there can best evaluate my psyche. A stable transference will be welcome news.
You think the Clockwork Apostles will accept you like this?
They will need to be convinced of many things. My authenticity, my condition, Terrory's reintroduction. Have faith that their flaws will be corrected.
How about vouching for me as a citizen, ass?
Did you see? Bolin!
Yeah. I'd sure like to see you backing me up as a citizen. I'd sure like to see that. I guess not. I guess not. Alright, well I guess back to the main city and see if we can find more quests. What's up, loser? Like, there's a delay. Like, I'll press a button to do a backstab.
I like to think I'm agreeable.
Anyway, I'll press a button to do the backstab. And then I'll, like, press and hold to do the charge attack or whatever. But then, like, a lot of times it just, like, nothing will happen. It's like I'm pressing it too early, but it won't cue it. If that makes sense. So I press and hold, but if I'm doing it slightly too early, it'd just be like, well, too bad. But that combo there really fucking destroys them if you can't sneak up on them. Because you do a strong stun with that, backstab. Do another heavy in there just because, for good measure. And then that ability that does like way more damage if they're already low. Just destroys them. Fucked up that order. But again, like I'm kind of pushing the button, but then like nothing happens. I don't know if I'm pushing it too early. I'm not running out of stamina, I don't think. I have to double check. Maybe that's what the problem is. It shouldn't be, though. No, definitely not. Like, look how much stamina we have. Like, it's at the bottom right. That kind of teal looking thing. Alright. So I guess we'll go back into town and see if we can find any quests. Fucking get dunked on. See there, I told it to hide, but nothing happened. It's not like it's... If there's a cooldown, it's not showing it like on the bar. I don't know. I don't really understand it. I feel like I'm having to push it multiple times. And finally it's like, oh, you're trying to do an ability. It's like, yes. Yes, I am. But I guess that's like a perfect example of what I mean by the game not feeling like responsive. Alright, guess through here. Alright, well, no quests on the marker, or on the compass. Guess we'll just kind of run around and hope for the best.
Off we go!
Oh, there we go. There's one. Usually quests aren't this big of a pain to find. Usually they're fairly out in the open. Assistant needed for factotum experiment. Associate Xanon of the Clockwork Apostles must most urgently request the services of an able-bodied assistant. Any willing participants will be tasked to locate a missing component for an experiment involving factotum construction. Applicants should report to Associate Xanon's workshop in the reactor district. Compensation rewarded upon completion of the task. Complete your mom's task tonight. I also tend to only do, like, in these types of game, well, especially this, I tend to only do one quest at a time, just so I kind of keep it together. And there's usually not so many quests that, I mean, the quest lines tend to be longer, so it's not really a big deal to, like, finish up a quest line and then go back to town to grab another one. But I kind of like keeping them more organized.
I guess this is a fight now.
No, we're running past. We've killed these guys a bunch. I think we've murdered enough. Well, not enough, but you know what I mean. Ooh. Neat. That's a horrible outfit. That's not too bad how the texture's loaded in, but that's still kind of weird. A lot of purple on that one. I'm kind of bland looking. I need to go transmog the shit out of my gear, I guess.
Hello there. Are you here in response to the bulletin about my factotum research?
What's so special about rebuilding an old factotum?
Would you believe that the apostles don't know how to create factotums?
No.
That was a rhetorical question. The sad truth is that while we apostles can create metal limbs and motors, we cannot replicate the intelligence Sotha Seal gave the factotums. We're also unable to enter the factories where they're created.
Why does Sotha Seal let you enter the factories?
Why does Lord Set do anything? He's the father of mysteries, after all. Through his silence, curiosity is born. Perhaps he meant for us apostles to figure this one out on our own. And I believe I've finally found a breakthrough with this factotum.
Why will this factotum help with that research? Have you ever heard the word factotum this many times in your life? Probably not.
Firstly, I already know it is an older, simpler model. You can see the dwarven influences in the skull. An aesthetic blight by today's standards. We apostles see dwarves as a race to scorn, not emulate.
Correct, yes.
This model must predate that thinking.
And secondly,
unlike other factotums, it openly speaks of its components. Trust me, I've interrogated many of these machines in the name of my research. Perhaps as we reconstruct its mind, it will tell us details about its creation. And thirdly, well, its voice. Factotums are genderless machines, of course, but they all sound distinctly female. This one is the first I've met to have a male voice. I'm not sure what it means, but I am sure I'll find answers as I further my research.
I bet you will. Cool looking area though. I really like this city. It looks cool. Oh, did you have a separate quest? Let me talk to him again.
Hello there. Are you here in response to the bulletin about my factotum research? Fantastic. Now let me fill you in on the details. I found this factotum head in a junk pile, which isn't too uncommon for the Brass Fortress. I was intrigued, however, by its strange coloring. I was even more intrigued when it began to speak to me.
What did it tell you?
It gave a repeated message, requesting to find its integral of memory in the mnemonic planisphere. That's where you come in. I need an adventuring sort to journey to the planisphere in order to find this component. Are you still interested? The journey to the mnemonic planisphere is riddled with dangers, so it's best to prepare. Shouldn't be any issues once you head inside, though. My research leads me to believe the integral of memory will resemble a crystal.
Alright, so he actually does have two quests. I will focus on the one, though. Wait. What? Did it get rid of the other quest? What? Or is that the same quest? But I already had it. Alright, well, whatever. I don't know, it doesn't make any sense. That's fine. Whatever. Maybe they did get gender reassignment surgery. Just wave your hand in front of it, it'll open. This is future tech.
Let's ride!
Let us, in fact, ride. This is the mount you get from the daily rewards. He's beautiful. Brass Fortress. That funky fortress. Yeah, I've got it. Well, I don't have to, but I really love having a mini-map. I guess I don't have to, but God, it makes shit so much more convenient.
Please remain at a safe distance, resident.
Where? Oh, right.
I just don't know. I always expected Clockwork City to be a
Yeah, you'd think we'd have been able to ask that one chick to vouch for us for a sponsorship, but I guess not. I mean, she's like uppity up too, so her word should have counted for a lot, but maybe we have to do like a bunch of random quests.
I wonder how the Tribunal Temple feels about the Clockwork Apostles. Actually, I wonder if they even know they exist. We're in a whole other world.
A whole other world. Well, let's teleport a little bit faster. Oh, there's a quest there. Oh, wait. Were you here before? Well, I'm guessing that's the quest we need to actually get in, but we'll continue on this one anyway. I did do the Morrowind quests. When that came out. I think it was when it came out. I did go through those. I don't think I streamed that. I don't remember for sure, but... Also, crafting in this game is not great. And by not great, I mean mostly bad.
Someone! Anyone? We need help here!
I'll go ahead and talk to her. Since the quest is right here anyway.
I knew if I called out long enough, someone would find me.
Relax.
Quickly now, come inside. Cultists have knocked the stars from our sky, and we have to put them back before all Lord Set's memories are taken for good.
Stars? Memories?
Oh, drat. Look, it's easier to explain once we're inside the mnemonic planisphere. That's where Lord Set stores his memories by... well, it's just easier to show you first.
And cultists are stealing the memories.
Yes, exactly. You're a quick learner.
I'm very smart.
I need someone who can fight off these cultists and help me return the stars to the planisphere sky. Please, you have to help us. This task is of the most vital importance.
Sure.
Quickly, follow me. The planisphere is right through this door.
Yeah, the whole, like, having to break items down, like, it's insane to me that breaking items down is a faster way of learning crafting than to actually create items. It's completely ass backwards.
Astronomer! I found someone who can help us. Are you all right? Please, rest if you need it.
Wait,
I have maintained these stars for millennia. Do not concern yourself.
Wait, how do I get my companion in that armor? I need her to have more AC. I like her little belt, though, with the potions and stuff. I think that's cool. Or poisons, whatever it is.
Yes, much easier to explain now.
This is the demonic planisphere, where Sotha sealed memories take the form of stars. We need your help to reclaim the stars that have fallen and place them back in the sky. If not, all shall be lost.
What will be lost?
All this knowledge! Sotha Seal's memories are our most important source of inspiration, of discovery. Without them, the Clockwork Apostles will be lost, stagnant and unguided. Please, for the sake of our most sacred knowledge, you must help.
How do we return the stars?
Thank you for understanding what this means to my order. I need you to gather the primary stars belonging to the points of our constellations. Once enough stars are returned to the rightful place, the rest should fall into ranks. Eventually.
How do I collect stars?
With this. Now, this device has a very fancy, proper name, but I simply call it the Star Scooper. Use it to gather the stars you see floating around the halls, and bring it back here to the astronomer. He'll know what to do next. Questions?
What is the mnemonic planisphere?
Let's say there's a memory the Lord Set wishes to store. First he turns the memory into a star, which forms in an associated constellation chamber. A powerful spell will form in the Mage's Wing, a great victory in the Warriors.
So the constellations reflect the memory.
Exactly so. It then travels to the Planisphere Center, where we teach the star its place in the sky. We send it to a forming room if Lord Set wishes to access the memory, or for apostles to study from. Each star has wisdom to share.
Does Sotha Seal forget the memories he stores?
Well, that would certainly complicate things. Lord Set still remembers, but in a distant way. He can analyze these memories rationally, without their emotional attachments clouding his divine judgment. At least, that's what the astronomer told me.
Who is the astronomer?
Astronomer is the title given to the caretaker of the planisphere. Astronomer, stars, you know. The current astronomer has been around almost as long as the Clockwork City has. The blessings of a god really can do wonders for your lifespan.
What's your relationship with him?
Why, I'm his apprentice. Sorry, should have led with that. He only recently chose me as his replacement, though I'm not sure this is a position you can just retire from, if you catch my drift. I suppose even a god's blessing can only last so long.
You seem young for such an important role.
All a matter of perspective here in Clockwork, age and whatnot. I assure you I've always been quite diligent in my studies, and the astronomer says I show promise. Well, I mean, he hasn't outright said that to me, but I just get that feeling.
What are the stars exactly?
They're memories given form. Makes sense, doesn't it?
Nope.
After all, our thoughts are as numerous as the stars in the sky.
That's a stretch.
And they're actually called multiplanar mnemonic receptacles, but I just find stars easier to say.
Why does Sotha Seal need to give his memories form?
Memories are distracting little things, and Lord Set has more of them than most of us combined. Storing them here allows him to focus his divine intellect on the current task at hand. And the tasks of a god? Very important things.
Why do the cultists want his memories?
I don't believe they're after memories precisely, but rather information. The planisphere houses much of Sotha Seal's most sacred wisdom. Let all that knowledge fall into the wrong hands? I can't even imagine the vile possibilities.
Get an upskirt of the astronomer. He doesn't mind. He kind of likes it. He's very alien looking. Alright. We've got 2 quests here. We'll go for the integral memory. Interesting idea, though. With the whole, like... Well, the god's got too much shit in his mind. Even for a god, right? So... For it to be too much for a god, then it really, really must be a lot, right? So he has to have this place where he can, like, store that stuff. Cooking was worth it? Yeah. I might grab cooking on this character. Like I said, I like her so far, so... Oh, it's one of our stars. Hey, you little shit. I mean, you little memory of a god. Sir. I like these little clockworks. Oh, we can do a cosmetic change too. We haven't done that. Well, it's a little bit dark in here. Hold on.
How may I serve you today, Lord Sotha Seal? Do you need your clothes washed? Your hair washed? Any pets washed?
Memory artifact.
Remind me to do it later. I want to do it when we're not. And we're not going to change our clothes, you know, in here. Or this, enemies abound. I don't tend to loot everything. This is definitely one of those games where there's like tons of shit to loot. And you really want premium, honestly, because it gives you more like storage space. You fetcha. Would you call me a fetcha? You're the fetcher. Stop stealing. Oh, I see you stealth in there, you little shit. I love knocking enemies down too. That's always fun. Stupid caster. Get wrecked. I'll take this star / god memory if you don't mind. It is dark in here. But yeah, most of the crates have, like, you can see I'm getting like ginseng, seaweed, honey. Just random like crafting mats. A lot of it's cooking mats. So you really, really want.
You've just forgotten because everyone else is too scared to tell you.
I missed that, but it sounded interesting.
Conducting piston check. Awareness rating stabilized.
Alright, let's get us some more stars. Oh, we don't want to leave this area yet. We might as well grab the stars for this quest. Not going to take random alchemy bottles. I know what you want to do. Every game, you're like, oh shit, I'm going to loot everything not nailed down. You don't want to do that in this game. You don't have like encumbrance, like weight, but you're going to run out of so much. Like, you're going to run out of room. Did I teleport to the...
You never seem to open up. From the sides!
The rogues love to do that shit. Get fucked.
He goes to the city just for the pickpockets. Says it's the only love he ever gets.
The NPC is not great at pulling aggro a lot of times. Like, it'll get aggro, but the problem is if there's multiple enemies like that, she doesn't like have an AoE taunt as far as I know, or at least I haven't found one yet. But yeah, if you want to do trade skills, you really need the premium. Which I generally suggest as well. Like, you get a little bit more money. I think XP as well. Not a whole lot. But really the space, the crafting space, is the main reason to get the premium. And I'm just old school, so I'm used to paying for a sub. So I pretty much, if I'm going to play an MMO, even remotely, like seriously or much, I just get the sub.
My friend, what have I become?
You become a memory star thing. Alright. We will go give them the Star Scooper.
Factotums will need a voice. Something consistent but easily replicable. Perhaps something comforting.
I'm assuming that is the voice of Sotha Seal, since it's, you know, his memories. Going up. I've heard, going back to good MMOs with good combat, I've heard Neverwinter, the Neverwinter Online or whatever, has got good combat, except it's a very much pay-to-win game, unfortunately. So that's a shame, but I could see, you know, trying it out at some point, because I've heard, like, until you get to the end game, you can play it normally, but then once you get to end game, you pretty much, like, have to pay to win. One thing I really drives me nuts about this game is it does not show you buffs, like what buffs you have currently on in the main UI. They try to keep the UI very, very clean, which I can, like, I can understand that because I like a clean interface. But concealed weapon, what is that? Shadow. I'm not sure what it's telling us to get here. It's not here anywhere. Veiled Strike, which is not under there either. Yeah, I don't understand what it's doing. Anyway, oh, that must be surprise attack. Okay, that's fine. But I like what I have. Anyway, I could see, you know, trying that at some point. Do I have a level target for next week? I mean, what level do we end up at? Like 30? I think I was 30.
How may I serve you today, Lord Sothasil? Do you need your clothes washed? Your hair washed? Any pets washed?
So I would say 30 to 35 should be fine. Here's the integral of memory. And by the way, if you're curious why I go into the bookshelves and just like exit out, the reason is sometimes bookshelves will have books that you can learn skills, like various skills. Like, I mean, it could be anything from a trade skill to a weapon skill, basically anything. So, all right, let's go back to this one, since this quest, the Astronomer's Apprentice, will be here. I like the music here too. Yeah, 30 to 35 should be fine. I'm hoping the difficulty will start ratcheting up, because I've noticed soloing that seems to be the case. Around 25 to 30, things start to get a little bit tougher. You know, just you can't be quite as careless as I could like earlier than that.
You lead.
You're the tank. You should be leading.
You've returned. Quickly now, give the Star Scooper to the Astronomer.
You switched at 14, 19, and 26? What do you mean switched? Oh, I have alts in those ranges?
You're in for a real treat. Not many get to witness this.
Oh, out my eyeballs. I'll never witness anything again.
Dear, that's not good. That's not good at all. Sorry, but I have to go check on something. The Astronomer will explain.
I kind of like her. She's kind of cool. She's a little bubbly.
Stars refuse to answer my call, and the primary constellations remain incomplete. Their instability threatens the integrity of the entire planisphere. Unless returned, I fear all memories will be lost, even to the Clockwork God himself.
Sothasil will lose his memories?
The planisphere was created as an extension of Lord Set's consciousness. Connected, yet apart. An endless sky of divine knowledge, perfectly preserved. We must protect the planisphere at all costs. We must help the stars remember.
I thought the stars were the memories. What happened to the stars?
Memories are fragile, easily broken, easily swayed. My powers of guidance and preservation are not so easily replicated. The cultists seek to control, but only corrupt. I must stay here to keep the constellations stable. It is up to you.
What must I do?
Go to the calibration guides located upon the platforms which surround us. Use them to guide the missing stars back to their rightful place in the sky. My apprentice will show you how. I see questions are burning within you. Ask, and I may answer.
Or maybe not. Who knows? Why did the cultists corrupt the stars?
They seek to control the planisphere.
What cultists, by the way?
I believe these stars will help them with that task. The corruption is merely a result of trying to view the memory without my aid.
And I mean, like, I know it's the cultists we killed, but like what? Like cultists of who or what? What would happen if they succeeded in taking over?
Clockwork City was created by a god of reason. Here, knowledge is power. To control the planisphere would be to control the omni-axle, the center of the wheel. The means to change the very reality we know. A dangerous power.
Can you tell me more about yourself? Tell me who you are.
I am the astronomer, keeper of the stars. A wheel that ever turns. It goes beyond my own mere flesh. Soon, my apprentice will receive this title, and I will take my final step upon this path.
So when Amelie takes over, you'll die.
I have upheld this divine task for millennia. My devotion may be unwavering, but my flesh is not. I must give this duty to another before my power fades. Only then will I allow myself to finally rest.
Do you trust Amelie to take over such an important task?
Do not let her cheerful demeanor fool you. Her magic is strong, and her connection to the stars is uncommonly clear. Within her, I have found the successor I've searched centuries to find.
She does seem strangely cheerful for an apostle.
And she takes great pride in that. My apprentice is an oddity among our order, yet refuses to change. A stubbornness that will serve her well, or perhaps be her undoing. We shall see.
You think she'll make a good astronomer?
I know her devotion to be unwavering, for the planisphere would cease to be without an astronomer to guide it. I only have so much power left within me. She will do what is best for her god and her people. In that, I have faith.
And that's good enough. Let's see if we can't find something in our collection. No, I actually haven't spent any of my champion points at all. Partially just because I figure, like, everything's been easy enough as is. If I put points into that, it'll be even more broken. I don't know if it scales with how many points you spend, but yeah, we're already kind of kicking everything's ass, so. That's one thing I like about these games. Oh god, that's hideous. Is you can get... Oh, that's even worse. Looks like my brain's exposed. Is that you can get a lot of like the cosmetics and stuff just from doing quest lines and stuff. I think that's really cool. That was way too many stuffs, but you get the idea. Now, we got a few costumes we've unlocked over the years. Kind of nice. I'm not leaving a helm because I want to be able to see her hair. That's all right. Dark Seducer. Damn. She looks like she's ready to fuck some shit up. Golden Saint. Ooh, Grim Harvester. That'd be pretty good for this. little too loud for a stealthy type. Imperial Guard uniform? No. Not bad, but Metamarco. Again, not terrible. Noble Clan Chief is kind of cool. Not, it's kind of weird for a, or whatever, but I like this one a lot. The Scarlet Judge. The helm looks good too, but I don't have it on. Thieves Guild. Let's go with Grim Harvester. You can also get like stances and stuff, which is pretty neat. Just little stuff, I think, is cool. Like, they should see more of this stuff in games, I think. Anything else you want to grab? Tattoo's kind of pointless with this skin, since we can see everything. The monocle just kind of sticks out. Oh, whoa, that's kind of weird. We'll go with that. That's kind of some weird eye stuff going on. We'll take that off, though. Kind of clashes. Alright. Hey, you have to go transmog with it. Yeah, there needs to be... MMO devs need to understand. People really want... I really want their cosmetics, their customizations and shit. And people will farm and purchase or do whatever to get them. So yes, give us more things that are just fun or just look cool. Damn it. Oop, no, it's over here.
No one will even realize we're missing. Besides, what's the worst Mother can do?
Oop, we should add some table and chair. He's over there getting into a fight. She gets wrecked pretty quick. I don't really have any armor on her, so... I've only got, like, the basic stuff that she came with, I think. And she wasn't really made to be a tank, initially. But you can make them do whatever role you need. Wait. Mage, Thief, Warrior. Damn it. It's this Warrior, okay. Make sure we're going the right one. Ooh.
Here they are. Let me just scoop them up. And now, watch this.
That's the way bad things always start with. Yo, watch this. Ow, my eyes.
Oh, right. They don't know where to go. If you can point out where they're supposed to be on the calibration guide, we can send them on their way.
The telecom was set to view the platform's associated constellation. The empty points over the corrupted stars should be. Okay. So how do I... Ah, here we go. So... Here... I thought there was 3. Oh, no, there was 2. There was 2.
Expertly done. Now, the Star Scooper kept a record of what was inside those stars. Let's have a look, shall we? A fragment in memory of Lord Set speaking to someone. This must have been what the cultists were looking for.
Stewardship of my memories carries a high price, Orvas. One that you must pay willingly.
Wait, was that the astronomer? He was so young! And with hair! Not half bad looking either.
Don't be lusting after your boss. He's like he's like literally several thousand years old. Alright, we got that one done. Can we just jump down there? This will save us some time. Oh boy. That's fine. Let's see. Mage and Thief. We'll go to this one first. Yeah, give us like unlocks for new hairdos, new unlocks for stances. They added something recently with WoW where you can get like custom like Hearthstone animations. Just little shit like that. Like obviously that all takes, you know, artist time to do, of course, but that's better than, or not better than, but you know, maybe a little less intense than having to make new raids.
Impossible, Vivek. I may have power, but even I cannot overcome whatever Dumark has found.
In a big family, you have to know how to scrap.
What's this way? I hope they flesh out the companion thing. I'm curious to try it out. I really want to try it out in WoW, the new companion dungeons. I'm hoping they flesh it out more by giving you like the ability to customize, because right now it's set like a set group of NPCs. But I should be able to do like side quests for them, gear them out, change what they look like, both like different people entirely versus like you know, their hair, skin, all that. Like this chick, I don't know how much you can customize her, but she is like her own personality, her story and stuff, whatnot. So it's not just, you know, just a random NPC, right? They actually has a little bit going on with them. All right, so this one needs to be this one and this one. This is a pretty cool little quest line, though.
It appears as though we make a rather good team.
The whole memories thing.
So be it. I'll leave you the knowledge of this spell to bestow upon your successor when the time comes.
Maybe the cultists want to learn how to perform the spell.
They want to be astronomers. Actually, it's probably faster to go back this way. I was trying to save time jumping down, but I think it was actually quicker to do this. And I really wish WoW would have voice acting in their quests. I really, really wish they would do voice acting. Maybe with the AI stuff, they'll start doing it. Like, there's a little bit of a hubbub about it, but it's mostly Twitter people who you can safely ignore. Most people would rather have AI voice acted quests than not at all. And that AI, that mod that gives AI voice acting for Classic is awesome. I love it. It's not perfect by any stretch, but damn, it's better than nothing. Imagine reading quests. Who's got?
No!
Who's got time?
Keep your guard up until you've got your footing. To the side!
Oh, that's her. Maybe that's why it's not doing abilities sometimes. I think I get my cursor off of them slightly sometimes. Ooh, ow, damn. 13,000, Jesus.
I'm still here. Thanks for asking.
Get wrecked.
Are you content, Lord Sophasil? Is there anything I can retrieve for you? A book, perhaps? Something to eat?
That's making sure I've got skills. So, also, if you're not familiar with how, like, leveling in in ESO works. It's a little strange. You have your general XP.
Try all you might. I'll just take the stars again, right after taking your life.
Very fancy. But you have your general like XP that you get from quests and whatnot. But your skills themselves also level. So for example, like every class is 3 like aspects of their class, I guess you could call it. So like for my class, which is the Nightblade, I've got Assassination, Shadow, and Siphoning. And I think every class, one tree, like you can do anything with trees, like there's a combo, but there's like typically one that's focused on DPS, one that's focused on or has tanking type perks, and then one that has healing, I think. Or they might be mixed. Anyway, but you level up an ability by having it on your bar, so whenever you get XP, if that ability is on your bar, you get XP in it. So that's what this bar is. And then when it fills up, it goes to the next level. Well, when you first get abilities, they'll go up to level 4, and then you have the option to morph that ability. And the morph will change how that ability works a little bit. Like say, maybe it makes it do more damage, but now it takes stamina to use instead of magic. Or maybe now it's an AoE that does less damage. There's like kind of, you know, little things like that. Weapons are the same. You get XP based on like what weapon you're using. And also, the more of a certain skill tree you've got selected, the more XP you get in that skill overall. So for example, if I just really wanted to level Assassination quickly, I'd put nothing but Assassination skills, as I could, in the skills. Now typically that's not suggested. Typically people will say you should level all 3 plus your weapon about equally, but you know, of course you can do whatever the hell you want. But to unlock new stuff in that tree, or under this skill tree, I guess, you have to get to certain levels. So for example, to get this Path of Darkness skill, I need to have Shadow at rank 20. And then this one, I need Shadow at rank 30. And then this one, Shadow rank 42. Those are your actives. And then you've got passives down here that are pretty much always active. Some of them will say like they only give you the benefit if you have at least one Shadow skill slotted. But that's roughly how all of that works. If you weren't familiar with it already. It's kind of weird. But it's pretty neat though that every class can do every job. So if I wanted to be a Nightblade healer, I could. Or a Nightblade tank, I could do it. Necromancer, same thing. You be a Necromancer healer. You be a Necromancer tank. Ma'am, would you please move? Thank you. Alright, so this one. Then this one. Oop, I moved too quick. Oh no, there he goes.
You have to be careful with these. It's easy to overwrite the memories with your own.
Of course, my lord, but will it hurt?
You will not remember.
That doesn't sound very good. What happened in this memory? We've collected all the memory fragments we need. Let's head back to the Planisphere Center so we can watch the whole thing.
Some classes are better at certain roles than others. Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure. I mean, that would make sense that would be the case. Now we're going to go this way. I'm not sure where it's going to send us. But from what I've to understand, generally speaking, unless you're doing like very top tier content, all classes can do all roles well enough. So if you're just doing regular dungeons and stuff, you'll probably be okay regardless of like whatever class you are. And a lot of that stuff is tied to the weapon, right? Like for healing, there's a life staff weapon that you can use. So you can even use like a life staff if you're a DPS. So if you kind of want it to be backup heals, like maybe you have a new healer on the group and you want it to like help a little bit with the heals, you could have a life staff in your
Bet they never
offhand
coming.
that you switch to once in a while, and maybe do some backup heals. Or you can even get skills that maybe do small group heals or small group damage reduction, stuff like that. There's more. It's kind of like newer WoW, where I feel like a lot of the classes can do a lot of things like some crowd control, a little bit of support, a little bit of off tanking, a little bit if they absolutely need to, stuff like that. It's not just you just do damage and maybe give one buff. So in that sense, I do like how they have that kind of stuff set up.
Now that we've returned the stars and recovered the memory fragments, the astronomer can use the nemograph here to play the full memory back. I'm rather curious about its contents.
That device can play Sothoseal's memories?
We need to be able to reform memories at a moment's notice. After all, apostles often travel from the Brass Fortress to research Lord Set's thoughts. This nemograph translates the starlight into a visual form.
And you said this one is a memory of the astronomer.
I just know it's him. It looks like he's receiving some sort of boon from Lord Set, but I don't understand why that would be important to the cultists. I doubt you can easily replicate the powers of a god, even with the memory of the spell.
Let's take a look. It's in a book.
Stewardship of my memories carries a high price, Orvas. One that you must pay willingly.
I understand. I'd sacrifice anything to serve you, my lord. Even my memory.
Wait, the
So be it.
sacrifice is his
I'll
memory?
leave you the knowledge of this spell to bestow upon your successor when the time comes.
Of course, my lord, but will it hurt?
You will not remember.
No, it can't be!
Now you know the truth. It is time.
You never told me of this sacrifice. My life, yes, I'll give it. But my mind, my whole being.
Runs off to her room. Gets on the phone.
Speak with her.
Starts twirling her hair. He doesn't understand. Well, what doesn't make sense there is the astronomer remembered that he sacrificed his memory, which I guess maybe that is all he remembers, is that he sacrificed his memory. So all he knows is this, basically. And she doesn't want to give that up because it, helps define who she is.
I know my duty. My whole life has been devoted to this path laid before me. I know the risks, the repercussions to the planisphere should I refuse, the repercussions to my god. Why then? Why am I so scared?
Why do you have to lose your memory?
Manipulating the stars requires severe concentration. They're easily corrupted by stray thoughts, rendering them useless. Not having a memory must help ease that burden.
Well, I could do this job because I don't have a memory. Do you think you could go through with it?
The excitement of becoming an apostle, my frustration when so many doubted me, how nervous I was for my first kiss. To give it all away, I would lose more than my memories. I would lose myself.
Is it worth the price?
I know the astronomer's power is
Oh, shit.
fading. I feel it. He needs to transfer his power, and soon. If he dies before another apprentice could be found, the planisphere needs me. My god needs me. Can I really be so selfish?
I mean, the god's kind of being selfish. So, this is a small detail, but I like this a lot. There are certain quests where you have to make a decision. I don't think the decision usually makes a huge difference, but when you find one of these, when you select one, it makes the other go red. So you trust yourself. It's a duty that only you can face, or it's too much of a sacrifice. You can serve Sothoseal better as yourself. My inclination is to say, trust yourself. It's a duty that only you can face. So I think I want to go that route.
You're right. It's too late to turn back now. People depend on me. My god depends on me. Would you come with me? I may not remember you being there, but it would be a comfort all the same.
Of course. I mean, that's a pretty big sacrifice. But I guess the flip side is once you make it, you don't really know what you lost. If you even remember you made it in the first place.
Decided. I will become the next astronomer. I give myself willingly to serve the chrononymic will as it has seen fit.
So be it. I'll start the process now. Take care of the planisphere. And yourself as well, Amelie.
You remembered my... Ah!
I can finally rest.
Oh, god damn. Jesus. That was quick. Enjoy your retirement, I guess.
What was I... Oh, a visitor. The mnemonic planisphere welcomes you, traveler. Due to the recent attack, we are not holding memory viewings. You'll have to return at another time. How strange. I feel a sense of gratitude towards you, though I'm not sure why.
I helped put missing stars back in the planisphere sky.
Ah, so you have. You have the gratitude of the Clockwork Apostles. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must inspect the memories to see if they were damaged by the attack. You would be surprised how fragile they can be.
That one's kind of a depressing quest.
Thank you once more for aiding us in our time of need. May your thoughts be clear and your heart ever oiled. I know we haven't met before, but I feel a sense of familiarity with you. Odd how you sometimes get that feeling with strangers.
Why are there still stars roaming the halls?
The cultists have corrupted many stars in their search for control. I need time to restore the memories and guide them to their proper place in the planisphere sky. Hopefully, it shall not take me too long.
And the cultists?
There's not much I can do at the moment. My focus must go towards tending to the corrupted stars and protecting the planisphere from further damage. Until the integrity of these sacred halls are upheld, the cultists will just have to wait.
Yeah, that's kind of a rough one, because, like, you know, she loses all of her spunk, too, right? Like, a lot of her attitude and personality, she lost that when she lost her memory. That was a really good quest, though. I really liked that. Like, the fact that she lost her personality as well, or at least, like, a big part of her, like, bubbly personality, like, kind of hit you with the sacrifice that she did choose to make.
I wonder why Lord Set made so many creations that imitate life. Because he could, to better understand them? You'd probably just walk up and ask.
I really do like that outfit she's got on with the, like I said, the little potion belt. But that was a good quest. I liked it. Also, where the fuck are we? Oh, right. Forgot we were out here. That was a good one, yeah. That was a really good quest. It's probably better she doesn't remember. Right? Like, it's a kind of a mercy that she doesn't remember what it is she gave up in the first place. Also, we need to use another one of those scrolls. You'll notice, too, when we finish that quest, we got a bunch of messages about, like, dual wield increase. So, again, whenever you turn in quests, it's just like killing a mob. You get XP... You get character XP, but you also get XP for whatever skills you have slotted or what weapon you have slotted. So you could swap out to a completely different skill set and then turn in a bunch of quests and get a bunch of XP for those quests. If you care to go that crazy with it. I do not. Fuck, we need to go up. Well, I guess, actually, in the meantime, we could see if this stone is over here. Sorry, boys. I'm just running through, don't mind me. There it is. These little soul stones or whatever they are, they're usually hidden around sky shards. If you find 3, you get, for every 3 you find, you get a skill point. And that was our 3rd one. And yes, the game does have fishing, of course. Oh yeah, 3 skill points. What could, they said, what could be morphed? Flurry. So we get to level 4 maxed in Flurry. We don't have to morph it. Hold on, let me kill this thing because it's gonna be a little bitch. Oh, you need to relax, sir. Let me go over here so I won't be disturbed. So we got level 4 in Flurry, so now I can morph it. And we have 2 options, Rapid Strikes, and it's got the detailed above, and then in green was mostly all that you really need to read. Reduces the cost, and each hit increases the damage of the subsequent hit. Or we can get Bloodthirst, converts into bleed damage, and heals you for a percentage of the damage caused. Which again would probably be decent if you were like tanking, maybe. But right now, survivability is not a problem. So let's just increase the damage. And you can eventually level everything up, by the way. Now, we might get Whirlwind for AoE. Yeah, some AoE would probably be good to have. We'll actually swap that in. And I don't think there's anything intrinsic to increasing dual wield. Other than unlocking passives that you can purchase. So for example, I don't do more damage, I don't believe, by having a high level dual wield. Now I do because I'm getting passives in it, but just by having that number higher, if I'm not putting my points into it, then I don't believe you get any kind of like increase, if that makes sense. I'm just gonna pour it. Costs a little bit of money, but we're fine. And I'm gonna use a XP scroll. Sup, Yolinar? Before I forget. Consumables. Increase stamina recovery? Sure. And I'll do the Crown XP scroll. Wait, did I actually use it? Somewhere. There is somewhere that shows you all your current buffs. And I forget where it's at. You'd think it'd be here under character. Oh, here we go. Okay, here we go. We still have 40 minutes on this, apparently, somehow. I don't know how, but I'll take it. This is a cool looking joint. She's being playful. Nice. So wait, do you just really like Twilight Princess? I've never asked you this, I don't think. Do you really just like Twilight Princess, or do you just like the name Midna? Or did you just happen to come up with that name? Once we do this quest, we'll probably come out and do the main story quest. But yeah, that was a really good quest. I like that one. The one with capturing the stars and having her become an astronomer.
Sothis Seal built this place, and
I'm very curious what happens if you pick the other option. Like, what happens if you tell her that you can help in other ways?
With a divine metronome, beyond simple understanding, unheeding.
But shouldn't he help look after the city he created?
Oh, okay. I never finished Twilight Princess. I had started playing it. I got a few hours in, enough to like run into Midna and get the wolf powers and stuff.
0 threats registered. Idly.
And again, it wasn't that I didn't like it. I just like usual. Wait, hold on. Like usual console games, especially back then, I was really bad about not finishing them because I'm PC gamer, of course. Come on. Maybe one day I'll go back and finish it on stream, or well, obviously I would start from the beginning.
Integral of memory detected. Would you be so kind as to insert it into my forehead ridge?
forehead ridge.
You've returned in one piece. How gleaming! In your absence, I've set up a framework to contain the factotum while we assemble its parts. I'll have you do the honors.
The honors?
Of installing the integral of memory. You heard the head? Insert the crystal into its forehead ridge. And don't worry, you won't break it. Sotha Seal builds his creations to last.
The farthest slot to the left, please. Your left, not mine.
Talk to the factotum head.
Reflecting. Reflecting. Oh, I feel positively spring-loaded now. What a kind, generous apostle you are, which I recall is rather strange.
Are you one of the first factotums?
Reflecting. Reflecting. I've come to the conclusion that I am. I have no memory stored of any of my kind who are older, so I conclude that I must be the first. How gleaming. I cannot recall my name, but you may call me Precursor.
So, Precursor, do you know where the rest of your body is?
Of course. Let me check my integral of memory. Should be right. Great Sotha Seal in the sanctum. Someone's tampered with my crystalline memory matrix. But wait, something's burned in here.
Uh-oh.
I seem to have left a note for myself.
What does it say?
Ahem. Salutations, me. By now you must be wondering what happened to our memory. Dark forces have conspired to corrupt our knowledge of the world. But do not fear. I, the past you, have stored our memory in our other parts.
But we don't have any other parts.
A circumstance I have not accounted for. This is me now, not the message. I recall that my design includes both Dwemer and Clockwork parts. I also recall my blueprint, so I can guide my assembly once you find my parts. Sotha Seal guide you, Apostle.
I'm a Leontra, and I'm not an apostle.
I don't quite understand. I function only to know my Lord Sotha Seal and his apostles. You are not my lord, and thus you must be an apostle. Simple. Do you have an inquiry, or perhaps a task for me, Apostle?
The fuck you call me?
Astounding! The first factotum...
Sorry, Joe. The fib you call me? The flip?
We must complete construction now. The more memory it recalls, the further my research can develop. Council seat, here I come!
The golly gosh dang you call me? Where will we find the parts?
The Precursor mentioned he was made of Clockwork and Dwemer parts. I'd keep an eye out for the former as you travel around Clockwork City, and search Dwemer ruins out in Tamriel for the latter. And of course, I have your reward as promised.
185 biggins.
Remembered something. Come quickly before it rusts.
Well, I gotta level up first. 1 attribute point, 1 skill points, more dungeons. Oh, tailor's crafting. I picked up tailoring. To make leather. Oops. Which, I don't know if I'm going to bother putting a whole lot of time into it, but probably not. Alright. We'll bring up health to 5 at some point. Yeah, I'll get the higher link, why not? Probably won't be useful, but I don't really care about optimizing too much, to be totally honest. Alright.
Oh, my poor right arm. It's going to rust at this rate, what with all the steam. Quick, you'll find it in southern Bankorai. Grab it before it's too late.
Southern Bankorai.
Lord Sotha Seal
Bankorai.
it's uncouth to give my parts eyes, but each has a wide array of sensors. I can orient myself on Nirn by the air's smell and the earth's feel. Why, my pelvis even has gustatory sensors. I suspect that's Lord Vivek's contribution.
Heh. Gustatory sensors, Lord Vivek?
I mean, of course, I have no proof that he had a part in my creation, but I like to think so. My dramatic flair, my poetic soul, it helps set me apart from the rest of my siblings. To sense, to touch, to feel. What gifts I have been given.
Yeah, I mean, it's alright, I guess. Southern, I have no idea what Southern... Whatever he just said? Gastro... something? Can I talk to him again?
Oh, my poor right arm. It's going to...
Oh, Bangkorai. Is that... Oh, okay. Oh, so you really do have to go somewhere else. Okay, wow. Oh, God. That can be any fucking where.
Oh, my poor right arm. It's going to rust at this rate.
So, a bunch of steam.
Quick, you'll find
So, somewhere with a bunch of steam in southern Bangkorai. I mean, I don't know where there's going to be a lot of steam, but you'll probably run around somewhere around this general area. Alright, well, we can do some other quests while we're here. We can go back also to the main quest outside. What's up, Pingzin? Miss Skyrim? You can still play Skyrim. It's still around. It's still there. Can't be a Dwemer. Wasn't that the Deep Dwarves, right? There was like two races that you never like actually see, right? There was like some kind of elf and then the underground dwarves or whatever that you never could actually see. There is not ragdoll physics in this game. I wish. I wish every game had ragdoll physics, though. Not ragdoll. Damn. Hold on.
Welcome to Lord Set's Gleaming City.
I haven't seen Sothasil yet. Does he ever come out?
He concerns himself with the divine metronome, beyond simple understanding, unheeding of the line motion so many tread upon.
But shouldn't he help look after the city he created?
I wonder how the Tribunal Temple
Another
feels about the
newcomer,
Clockwork
eh?
Apostles.
Come,
Actually, I
let's
wonder if
talk.
they even know they exist. We're in a whole other world. Change of plan?
I must say, I'm surprised to find another newcomer here at the gate. Entering the city is no mean feat. May I assume that you seek a citizen sponsor? My associates and I find ourselves in a similar predicament. Maybe we can help each other.
Wait, how long was that muted for? Oh, because I just coughed. What do you have in mind?
Initially, I thought we could rely on my ample charms to win us a sponsor. Unfortunately, the people here tend to value craft over the pleasure of my company. Providing some gift or service seems to be the only way to earn a sponsorship.
Have you found any potential sponsors?
Yes. A clockwork apostle named Varuni Arvel. Apparently, she's a member of the Congress of Calibration, the governing body here in the city. My associates, Kirith and Raynor, are already working on a plan to earn her trust.
Raynor?
Will you help us?
Maybe if we can help rescue Kerrigan, Raynor will give us a thumbs up on citizenship.
This promises to be a fruitful collaboration. I tasked Kirith and Raynor with acquiring gifts for Varuni, but they tend to wander. Kirith's just there by the cliff. You should speak with her. In the meantime, I'll conduct more research.
How'd you get here?
Questions? Seeing as you found your own way here, I suppose there's no harm in sharing my own methods. I just learned of a secret cave beneath the city of Mournhold that, until recently, was entirely inaccessible. Can you imagine?
Definitely can imagine.
Fearing that the tribunal might seal it again, I set off through the cavern as soon as I could. It pained me to leave my usual cohorts behind, but this duo, Kirith and Raynor, have performed admirably.
Who are Kirith and Raynor?
A pair of dark elf explorers. Like me, they delight in all things mechanical. Their youth and endless sibling rivalries can prove irksome, but what they lack in experience, they more than make up for in enthusiasm.
Alright, let's switch this to the main quest.
So that pompous high elf got his hooks in you too, huh? I told my brother Raynor we should go it alone, but any house in an ash storm, right? Speaking of Raynor, he might need your help.
Is Raynor in trouble?
Depends on your definition of trouble, I guess. He's down in the ravine, playing with the firepot spiders for some reason. He wouldn't tell me more. Unfortunately, those spiders have a tendency to, explode.
Why would he do that?
Like I said, he didn't want to discuss it. Probably whipped up an automata-disrupting spoon twirler or something. He gets like this sometimes. Just check in on him, all right? He's clumsy and those apostles' mechanical limbs look expensive.
Alright, I'll check on Raynor.
Thanks for the help. Raynor's smart, but you can't smart a spider to death, you know?
What will you do while I help Raynor?
Well, Naramo said we needed something to offer this Varuni character, but from what I can tell, she doesn't really need anything. So I asked myself, what do you get the person who has everything?
Gift cards?
A home-cooked meal, Argonian pottery, or information. Since I'm a terrible cook, and we're worlds away from Black Marsh, I think I'll go with the third thing. This brass fortress is brimming with gossip. I just need to listen for it. Wish me luck.
Hey, Dad, I couldn't afford a Christmas present.
Sergeant Baldan, this one has the gold you requested. Will you still sponsor me?
I gave you my word, didn't I? Come, Cat. We can discuss the specifics in my office.
1,000 blessings, Walker. Lankin has much to offer at the Brass Fortress.
Yes, I'm sure you do.
That sounds suspect. Like we're gonna find that Catman's corpse somewhere. Yeah, sorry, Dad. Couldn't afford a gift for you this Christmas, but I did hear a rumor that your neighbor is pregnant and the father wasn't her husband. Yeah, we're good. We're good now, right? Gave you a little bit of those juicy rumors. I'm sure he'll be fine with that.
Ah, greetings. Please don't mind me. Actually, do mind me. I'm conducting an experiment on these firepot spiders, and so far the results have proven explosive. You should probably give this place a wide berth for the time being.
Kira sent me down here to look for you.
Kirith? So you've joined our band of outsiders. Welcome. Now look, I may lack Kirith's natural talent with a blade, but I can accomplish this on my own. Varuni's sure to sponsor us once I deliver this. Who am I kidding? I do need your help.
What are you trying to do?
These firepot spiders contain a highly unstable oil-like fluid. The dangers inherent to acquiring it make it very valuable indeed. I discovered a way to prevent the spiders from detonating. But even diffused, they're more than capable of killing me.
Can you siphon the oil if I disable them?
So you'll do it? Yes, of course! If you attract the spider's attention, I can use this tonal dampener to disarm their ignition coils. Just a simple matter of inverting their threat assessment array and... Sorry. I can get carried away sometimes.
Alright, you disable the explosives, I disable the spiders, then we give the oil to Varuni. My Varuni. So I think we're just, like, getting their attention. Or maybe we are killing them?
Expertly done.
Ah, okay. I thought like maybe we just had to get its attention. And it would kind of sneak up behind it. do his thing, but I guess not. That's fine.
More oil. Excellent.
Well, this stuff is valuable. We just can't farm this and get rich. Fuck all these other quests and shit. That seems like a really bad idea. He collected it from way over there. He's skilled. Oh, nope, he's faking it.
Brilliant!
He was hiding, which is probably smart.
Work of those spiders, didn't we? Here, you can carry the oil.
Where should I take this oil?
Take the oil to Varuni. Neramo said she has an office in the Clockwork Basilica. Hopefully this will be enough to earn a sponsorship. If you don't mind, I'll accompany you to the gate. Can't be too careful out here.
Hope you got a fast ride. You got some quick legs. Oh shit, he does. Look at him run. He'll be running faster, but her horse is in the way. Let me see when the daily stuff resets. Might be able to get that soon. He's hauling ass. He doesn't need a fucking mount, apparently.
Again, thank you. Good luck in the Basilica.
No problem. Also, how does he know that I won't just take credit for this? That I don't just go, hey, there's some oil, sponsor me.
I wonder why Lord Set made so many creations that imitate life. Because he could, to better understand them? You'd probably just walk up and ask.
We'll go this way. I would like a toaster oven at work. Because I hate heating food back up in a microwave. Like, I don't hardly ever use my microwave here much. I did use it today for melting butter to put on the buns for my hamburgers. But I didn't otherwise. But, yeah, I get you. Your mom's not really much of a stuffed door.
And just as I promised, my assistant arrives. You brought a gift for our sponsor, right?
Greeting, Auxiliary. Is your friend correct? Did you bring an offering?
Explosive oil harvested from dangerous firepot spiders.
Firepot oil. Tremendous. And you managed to keep all 10 fingers. I'm impressed. Thank you. Now, to the matter of your citizenship. You're clearly a capable warrior, but in the Clockwork City, mental precision is of paramount importance.
How can I improve my mental fitness?
A number of outsiders have gone missing in recent weeks. I fear someone might be abducting them, or worse. But I have no proof. I spoke to your friend Neramo, and he insists you can gather the evidence I need. Succeed, and I'll sponsor you all.
All right, Neramo and I will find the proof you need.
Try to keep this inquiry quiet, all right? In the Clockwork City, even a small creak in the gears can draw curious eyes.
Who are you again? My memory's really bad.
Arvel, ranking Disquisitor in the Congress of Calibration. Before you ask, yes, I'm a bit young for such a tenurial position. Fortunately, Lord Set established a true meritocracy here. One day, I'll get a chance to thank him.
Lord Set means, meaning Sothasil, right? You've never met him?
Bet. No, Lord Set's far too busy.
He's a god.
He only recently emerged from seclusion in the Cagatum Centralis. He's addressed the Congress, but I haven't had an opportunity to present myself. You should be thoroughly prepared when you meet a god, right?
Can you tell me more about Sothasil?
Of course. Lord Set, known to many as Sotha Seal, is the father of curiosity. By his word, we create, perfect, and overcome. He cares for all of us, just as a clockmaker cares for each gear and spring. Every piece matters, no matter how small.
You seem to know a lot about him.
I do a lot of reading.
I'm a fangirl.
All there in the sermons. Some people think he's aloof, callous even, but I disagree. He stands with us in a way that Vivek and Almalexia never could, and he'll guide us all to a better world.
What can you tell me about these disappearances?
Very little, which is more problematic than it sounds. Any loose cog can carry out an abduction. It doesn't take a criminal mastermind to throw someone down a drain pipe. What worries me is that none of it was recorded by factotums or sentry coils.
Do you record what happens in the streets? Oh my god, it's a surveillance state.
We record what happens everywhere. Honestly, I don't know how you exodromals do without. You lose so much in Tamriel. Knowledge, memories, and you must argue incessantly.
Oh god, have you been on Twitter?
Everything that happens here is fact. Documented and verifiable.
Wait, exo what?
Exodromal. Sorry, I forget how strange our words sound to foreign ears. Anyone who enters the Clockwork City from the outside world is known as an exodromal, since they come from beyond the Celestiodrome, the glass sphere you'd call our sky.
Well, exodromals might take issue with being watched all the time.
I know, but secrets are the purview of Lord Set, and Lord Set alone. I have nothing to hide. The sermons tell us that only the disassembled engine can be scrubbed and made clean. Knowledge requires light, openness, collaboration, you see?
Alright, let's find these missing people. I also do like that they give NPCs like this, extra dialogue to kind of flesh things out. Like, you don't have to go through it to finish the quest, but you can, you can listen to it if you want to, right? Also, you know if something is stealing if it turns red. So be careful. Sometimes they will, generally speaking, if like multiple things like this are not stealing in a room, everything is pretty open, but every now and then you do have to be careful.
So, ready to do a bit of sleuthing? I'm confident that we can find this elusive evidence, but it will require some skullduggery. Breaking and entering, to be specific. Ready for the details?
Yeah, I was going to say, it does seem weird to be using one of those stoves indoors anyway. Or at least, I mean, indoors period, but at least need some good ventilation, I would think. Yes, details would be nice.
Varuni suspects that someone destroyed city records. But if my study of Dwemer ruins has taught me anything, it's that nothing is ever truly destroyed. You just need to look in the right place. Here, that place is the Depository Documentus.
The Depository Documentus. Got it. What's the plan? Also, is this sounding a lot like Warhammer to anyone else?
Sneaking into the depository is impossible for us, but Sotha Seal's clockwork automata enter and exit the structure constantly. I discovered a way to control one such automata, a device known as a skivaton. I am sure you're duly impressed.
So you're going to get a clockwork automaton into the building.
No, you are. I will provide technical assistance and keep an eye out for prying eyes, both mechanical and organic. Head to the depository. I'll meet you there, after I've wrapped up matters with our new benefactor. If you have questions, you should ask them now. Once we begin our investigation, we'll have little time to dawdle.
Why start looking in the Depository Documentus?
As Varuni said, everything here generates a record. From what I gather, those records constantly pass through the Depository Documentus.
I like how, this Warhammer does this shit too, where it's like they want to make something sound like fancy or very prestigious. They just add something like Matis in it. So instead of going to the bathroom, you go to the Pisatoria Shitatotimus. It's not the bathroom, it's the Pissatorium Shatamatius. If every single record goes through the depository, how are we going to find what we're looking for?
When you say it like that, it does sound daunting. It's true. The evidence we seek drifts through vast oceans of information. Luckily, these skeevatons seem very capable when it comes to sorting and parsing. I guess we'll just have to find out.
Do you even know what we're looking for?
I equipped the skeevaton with a number of key words and concepts to help it sort out extraneous documents. Have some faith. I've extracted information from tonal vaults and Dwemer orreries. Sifting through city records pales in comparison.
How did you learn to control a skeevaton?
Honestly, they're not all that dissimilar from the Dwemer devices I usually tinker with. Sotha Sil clearly learned a great deal from the dwarves. They used an unfamiliar tonal dialect, as it were, but the basic principles remain the same.
How can we control a skeevaton without touching it?
We will employ a very simple control device. How to explain it? The skeevatons send and receive signals from other clockwork automatons constantly. This device allows us to drown out all the noise, making our voices the only sound it hears.
Interesting. Sounds very scientific.
As I said before, those tarnished redundants down in the slums are no concern of yours. I've instructed the constabulary to keep a strict eye on them.
Yes, that Constable Baldom's done an admirable job. Even so, tarnished and exodromals enter the Basilica far too often.
And what of these rumors? Black-robed figures lurking on the edge of the radius?
Honestly, Diwa, settle the boilers, I will never let tarnished or exodromals or mysterious robed ghosts disrupt our work, believe me.
You can tell I fit because I look very thinky. Those damn exodromals, am I right? Ugh, God, I hate them. Coming from an area that's not under constant surveillance, without gears and windy shit every 2 feet. Ugh, pathetic. A bunch of losers.
How dare you, Kermit? Your mother wanted a better future for you.
No, I'm not ready for that quest yet. I'm not ready for that quest yet. Y'all keep doing your thing. Just keep sitting there for however long. I'll get back to it. The Servaflume.
Excellent. We have a strong signal. Now, to find Varuni's evidence.
I'll turn up the gamma a little bit. This area's been pretty dark. That's another thing. The game runs pretty well too. I got pretty much everything on high or max. Blind here? I probably am. There's gamma. Right at the top. I'm going to turn it up a little bit without being too washed out. So I noticed it in the Astro place, whatever, but I was like, well, there's not a lot of lights there, but it would be nice to see.
Wait. Yes. Go straight, then left. The central depository must be on a different floor.
Who put these traps in here? I feel like, I mean, realistically, we would actually most likely go underneath that. The camera does not like it, though. You can see it freaking out. Oh shit, out. Keep going. Probably could have made that.
expertly done. That grate should lead to the central depository and our evidence.
See, Jugs and Yuri's would love this shit. There's tons of traps everywhere, just like DDO. Don't mind me, just a robot mouse doing my shit.
This depository should contain security documents and recordings. Search everywhere. When you find something, use a Skiverton to make a remote copy.
Residential logistics logs. Okay. Even does a little mouse scan. Robo mouse scan. Now, don't mind me, just a normal robo rat reading records. It's just what I do. Y'all wouldn't understand it. Luckily, there's these holes everywhere that the rats to get through. Well, the robo-rats. Substantial increase in Sentry Coil malfunctions on radial periphery. Cave network both east and west of the Brass Fortress now experience routine security blackout periods. Loss rates also experiencing spike. Recovery begins either missing or malfunctioning. Recommending full Apostle survey of afflicted zones. Both refer to black-robed figures in the regions. Interior security rating decreased to 83%. That seems important. The other ones could have been too. I don't know. To police up all organic materials, all currency and potential identification items be delivered. Redact all logged data upon task completion. How does he open that door? Does he have opposable thumbs?
So the seal built this place
I
and
know.
everything in it.
Dare you,
Except for the
Planet.
people.
Your
Well,
mother wanted a
maybe even
better
few of
future
them
for
too,
you.
by the look.
Because a factotum with delusions of grandeur told her fortune. Do you really believe that?
She believes.
All right. Let me see what you found.
Nice rat.
Yes, I believe these recordings correspond to the dates of the disappearances. There's something more. Look here. The last person to access the records was a BAL-167. Circumstantial at best.
How do you propose we find this BAL-167?
We might already have a lead. I shared Varuni's concerns with Kirith shortly after you left the Basilica, and she insisted on looking into the matter herself. She cited Constable Baldon as a person of interest. His office should be southwest of here.
Ball 167. Constable Bolden. I'll track down Kirith and see what she's found. She does like to do the sneakies thing, so sounds viable. She might be on to or found something, or she's gonna end up wind up dead. Yeah, you're definitely not obvious here.
Ah, there you are. Done playing with Naramo's wind-up toys? I think I'm onto something.
Did you want to play with his wind-up toys now? What have you learned?
I did a little asking around. Word is, Constable Boldan will sponsor anyone as long as they can pay. Where they go after he takes their gold, that's anybody's guess. Luckily, we're here to sort it out. Here, take this memory stone.
He was that guy we saw at the beginning take the money from the cat person. Like, he wants to say Vashir, but that's EverQuest. So I was kidding, but yes, it sounds like he was probably taking their money and then dumping their body off somewhere. What do you want me to do with this?
I surveyed the building. Someone left the door to Boldan's storage loft unlocked. It should provide a great view of his office. Climb up there and wait. When I offer a bribe, you record the conversation on that memory stone. Then we've got him.
I'll make my way to the loft and wait for your signal. And the reason he kills him is because it sounds like if you offer sponsorship, but then that person like gets into trouble or whatever, it reflects on you. That's why it's hard to get sponsorships. So he wants to get their money, but then he doesn't want the chance of them doing something to hurt his reputation, right?
All right, Baldan. I've got your gold. Will you sponsor me for citizenship?
Oh, I'll take your offering. But sponsorship? That's for the living, you tarnished scum.
The living what?
Do it.
No!
Well, what are you idling for? Gather up the gold and dump her with the others. We don't want anyone finding our latest visitor.
Something is afoot. Namely, exactly the thing that I said was happening. Ooh, but there's also items up here, so we need to check that. There are stealth missions in this game. Not a ton of them, but they do exist. They should dance. I'm sure they wouldn't notice. Like a dance if you want to.
There you are. Naramo said you'd be around here somewhere. Have you seen Kirith? Is she with you?
Constable Baldan Stuggs knocked her out and dragged her off.
He what? How could she? We have to rescue her. You don't have any idea where they took her, do you?
Not yet, but I'll find out. You tell Varuni and Naramo.
Yes, of course. I'll get help. Maybe I could even put together some kind of tonal locator. Bah, not enough time. What would Kirith do? She would investigate. Yes. Talk to the people in Slagtown. They know practically everything about this place. I'll get the others. You hurry off to Slagtown.
What is Slagtown?
That's what the locals call the slums in the northeast corner of the fortress. I must admit, I was surprised to find a tenement like that in Sothasil's.
I was thinking the same.
Then again, practically everything here has come as a surprise.
It's always unfortunate when things surprise come. Alright, let's go. Go to the slums. Yeah, as soon as you said slum type area, I was like, that seems odd in a town like this. I think it would be above it. In a holy town, get those homeless people out of here.
Needed for a perilous task. Please respond.
I don't have time for your repeatable quests.
Any
Sorry.
alchemists looking for some gold?
Leaps over thistle.
You look restless, Gearwalker. If you seek work, you should talk to Razgurig. The people of Slagtown always welcome a helping hand.
I'm looking for a dark elf arrested by the Constable Baldan. Know where she might be?
Another newcomer taken? I erect the spine of sympathy. I know Baldan to be cruel and uncompromising, so this comes as no surprise. I can make inquiries if you wish. I know Slagtown well. Unfortunately, I would need a kindness from you.
What kind of kindness?
I need an animo core from a verminous fabricant. One of our filtration units went silent again, so I must complete this task quickly. If you acquire the animo core, that will give me time to ask after your friend. Will you do this for me?
Sir.
You have a well-oiled heart, my friend. The
mostly blood.
Lurk in the ravine just outside the main gate. Just be careful. Those verminous beasts can rend you in two in the flick of a spring. I should have news for you by the time you get back.
See what you have to say.
Spare a few coins. I've had
Witcher?
nothing to eat but wire and dirt. Have mercy.
Wire is probably not very nutritious. Not for people, anyway. Look for a dark elf. Constable Baldan Stuggs took her. Know where she might be?
I might have seen a woman like that, sure. Might have seen her dark skin and red eyes, heard her squawking like a broken skivaton, but I can't say for certain. Sure would be easier to remember if I had a full stomach.
But to feed you with my... I mean, here's 39 whatever ducats.
Thank you. Now, listen well. Baldan's thugs took your friend to the mechanical fundament. Guaranteed. It's a maze beneath the city. Nobody ever comes out. If you want to run after your friend, go ahead. But I suggest you stay out of that place.
Clearly it's not a false god. Clearly. They wouldn't have a city dedicated to him if it was false. Duh. Use your brain, Velix. Use your damn brain.
Quality and variety. Come see for yourself.
Should check the auction out. Well, okay, we got okay amount of money. Every now and then I'll buy something off of the auctioneers, usually with like plus XP or XP bonus gear. Alright, where are we going? Later, hater. You know what this game needs? Dazed. It needs a dazed status effect, so if I get barely tapped from behind by a mom, I suddenly slow down. He took off. Hey, 20. I got a new skill. In Shadow.
I wonder how the Tribunal Temple feels about the Clockwork Apostles. Actually, I wonder if they even know they exist. We're in a whole other world.
Don't you dare close your eyes. Oh, oop. No, I switched weapons, my bad. That's what a skill point with the bow. I should have unlocked the bow skills. Weird. There it goes. Well, no, it's just bow skill to 3. There we go. Imagine having to actually aim. Imagine. Snipe. Planet mercifully. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, we'll wait on that. Thought I had more skill points. Shadow. We did get one more thing. Path of Darkness. Create a corridor of shadows for 10 seconds, granting you, Albias, and allies in the area major expedition, increasing movement speed by 30%. Effect persists for 1 second after leaving the path. I'm good. Mostly saving all of my points, mostly for offensive stuff. You don't want some of this? I want some? That's fine. Play this game. You don't want none. Told you.
Maybe I should have joined the Buoyant Armigers.
Told you didn't want none. Kind of making me want soup. Jolinar with all this soup talk. You know what the best soup is? Italian wedding soup. That shit is amazing. Not a soup, but I also love a really good beef stew. Oh. It really makes you want beef stew. Oh, hey, you look like you're doing pretty okay.
Threw you in here too, did they? I knew I couldn't be the only one Constable Baldan got the drop on.
I mean, they probably should have took your weapons, but I came here to find you. We should leave.
You're right, we should. And I could, but not yet. I met another one of Baldan's victims, A Khajiit named Lan.
That's probably one we saw outside.
He's been scraping it out down here, but he's no warrior. I told him I'd get him out. Unfortunately, we got separated.
All right, let's go look for him.
That's the spirit. I managed to yank this sword out of a corpse nearby. It's not much, but you don't need a sharp edge to deal with these factotums. Just a heavy swing and a lot of patience. You ready? Let's get moving.
Now let's make sure I still have... I don't. I want to make sure we have a XP bonus of some kind. Well, we've reached the shithole part of town. So many times, like, I use my ability, I press my button to start a heavy attack, and then nothing happens. She drives me nuts. I don't remember that happening as much before. I don't know why it's so bad today.
I really don't like your odds.
Why do you say that? Got these nerds easy.
Was that the last of them? Oh, thank feck.
No, you're literally fighting another one. Clearly, it's not the last of them. Clay, also, think feck, like think fuck? Is that just a nice way of saying that?
Really? You'd think they'd just leave us alone?
I mean, we technically did pick the fight with that one.
Is that? No, thank goodness. The body's far too old. Let's keep looking.
Recipe mate infusion. Is that when you've been out with your friend for too long and you're both like, you know, hey, we're mates, but an oily fishing hole? Wait, so you can fish here? Oh, I don't think I have any, like, fishing bait or anything. Oh, I do. She's like, my friend's in trouble. And I'm like, yeah, but also, what kind of fish are we going to find that are in an oily fishing hole? Robofish? Mechana fish? Oh, I got a lead. Pneumatic star sphere is able to scry? I don't know what that means. Filleting. Fish provide you with provisioning ingredients after you fillet them. You can use these provisioning ingredients to craft food and drinks. Press E to fillet fish in your inventory one by one. Additionally, you may fillet multiple fish at once by visiting a provisioning station. Okay. We'll go ahead and learn that recipe. Yeah, just fillet that fish right there. We picked up something else too, but it's not showing up there. Oh well. We should join a random guild. I see them spamming in the general chat all the time. Which really do need to join, like if I want to sell anything anyway, you really do need to join one of the seller guilds. Oh god. It's a hell of a range. Companion level. Oh, she leveled up. Nice. She leveled up in a while. Holy shit. I think to do anything with her level up wise.
Hope we find something interesting today.
Oh, we did get a companion belt at one point. Sure. Enjoy your new belt. They do have skills just like you do. Oh, damn it. Oh, one of these is a pet. These are neat.
Change of plans?
Oh, I can give her different outfits too. Okay. That's cool. Won't do that just yet, but So life absorption we want her to have for the stat. She needs level 7. Damn. Let's see. So she didn't get any new abilities. I've mostly given her like tanky stuff. Like there's like the evasion, life absorption for the steel. Okay. And they seem to like day level super slow. Because like we've gotten like 2 levels. And she's gotten 1. How dare they hide their backs? Yeah, you can. That they added the companions with, I want to say the newest expansion because I think I had to buy it to get them. Because I think that's one reason I actually bought the new expansion was to get a companion, which normally you don't really need, but with the Shadow Blade or whatever, what's it called? What am I called? Nightblade. If you want to do, you know, backstabs with a Nightblade, I mean, clearly you need somebody to, you know, tank the hits. So, and it was on sale when I bought it, so. But yeah, they level up. You have like a standing with them, which I don't really know how to improve. I don't know if they ever give you quests or anything, but I think just fighting alongside them improves your rapport with them. I'm not sure. I don't remember. I don't think it's quite as involved as the Star Wars Old Republic.
Decent hiding place, but no Lankeen. We should keep looking.
Yeah, I don't think it's quite as involved as the Star Wars Old Republic stuff is.
Here we go again.
Same old shit, dog, just a different day? I love watching them like spaz out, like you stun them, knock them on the ground, they get knocked back. I'm like, God, this sucks. You're full of shit, boy. Poor Skeevatron. Oh, you never played Star Wars Old Republic? That's definitely going to be. I can't talk. That's definitely going to be one of our chill day MMOs.
Another empty camp. Damn. He must be here somewhere.
Ooh, free gruel. Damn, somebody just died. The skeleton's been here. How long have they been dead? It's like no flesh on that at all. I mean, like 5 or 6 years. But yeah, Star Wars Old Republic will definitely pick a class and level with it. Because there's, like I said, it's got really good quests. You son of a bitch, stop fucking turning around right as I come around, you piece of shit. Every damn time. These are barrels, but they're cyber barrels. Maintenance mode, life support mode. Yeah, pretty much. It pretty much is. They get new stuff, though. They do get new stuff. So I don't know if I would say it was in maintenance mode, because like I said, they are getting new expansions, I think. I believe. I could be wrong on that, but I thought they did.
You're enjoying this, aren't you?
Yes?
In a big family, you have to know how to scrap.
On standby.
You lead.
I just switch over to like my Necro or something. I'm very curious if my damage output is the same. But I just don't remember being able to kill shit this quick. Now, granted, we do have the companion, of course. But I don't think she's actually adding that much damage. There's no active development anymore. Even the servers are going to third party to keep running. Oh, really? Oh, Jesus. Well, that sucks.
Is that a pot on the stove? Someone was cooking. And recently. We must be close.
Okay, detective, relax. How are they even surviving down here? Like, what are they eating? God damn, Jesus. Good night, Gracie. Oh, well, that really sucks. I thought they were still getting expansions and whatnot. But, yeah, that would be... If they're basically saying we're not doing any more expansions, yeah, that's maintenance mode / life support. Wait, what? Where's a flying bunny? They've not ruled out expansions? When was the last time they got one?
Finally! Come with us, Nankin. We're getting you out of here.
Friend Kirith, bright moons above, please, let's leave this dungy place.
Don't mind if we do. You're right by the exit. Sort of. Well, an exit. This looks safe. Ooh. I don't know if it's worse that this was like a sewer or just a bunch of oil. Sewer would be worse, for sure. Never mind. Like how in Skyrim you rip the rings off butterflies, but in these mechano dragonflies were taking out like mini gears. You're on a flying bunny. What the? Are you drunk? Are you high again? Michael, are you letting her get high? Drugs are bad. Legacy of the Sith 2022?
Goodness. Don't suppose you found anything of interest down there?
Enough. I'm glad to see you weren't lying, Raynor Vanos.
That bastard Baldan threw me into the fundament.
Ridiculous. I've never seen this woman in my life.
Liar! You tossed this one in as well!
This Raynor Vanos made some very bold claims. If you have evidence of Constable Baldan's crimes, I suggest you produce it.
I captured Kirith's abduction on this memory stone. Naramu has incriminating documents too.
Huh. You're more resourceful than you look. Little wonder Devaith chose you as his companion.
You're one to talk.
He needs the help.
Frankenstein?
I'll hold Baldan under guard until I've had an opportunity to review the evidence. As for you, you're free to go.
Luciana, I'd like to ask the Constable a few questions when we return to the Basilica.
Don't trouble yourself, Aruni. You know how persuasive I can be.
I do. That's what worries me.
Do your worst, you tin-legged hag.
Set help you if she does, Constable.
Maybe don't start off with that.
That fool has no idea what he's in for. Live uncomfortably and learn, I suppose.
Think he knows more than he's letting on?
Oh, most certainly. Baldan can't have accomplished all this by himself. Erasing records, accessing derelict sections of the Fundament. These aren't the acts of a simple Mer. Someone helped him. Now it's just a matter of finding out who.
You think he'll talk?
I do, one way or another. For now, let's celebrate your achievement. You showed initiative, creativity, bravery, all qualities befitting a servant of Set. You shall have my sponsorship.
Will you sponsor Naramo, Raynor, and Kirith as well?
Of course. Each of them played a role in your success.
Easy with that face.
We'll share the rewards. Go speak to the Clockwork Registrar and the Chancellor of Records. It will add your name to the codices, and you'll be one of us. Again, you have my thanks.
You'll regret this. Mark me, Proctor. You will regret this.
I doubt that. Get this tarnished piece of scrap out of my sight.
Enjoy prison, you skeeving prat.
Ah, it seems I arrived just in time.
Get wrecked. I do like that this game does little stuff, like, for example, like when we were off doing other quests, we ran into him talking to Lankin here, obviously having a very suspicious conversation, which, if you're paying attention, like, led to this. So there's like a lot of, they obviously care very much about the story and presentation and all that stuff, which is cool. Again, in MMOs, it's usually not a high focus for either the players or the devs, but I guess one leads to the other, right? If the devs care that much about it, you're probably going to get players who care about it.
I wonder why Lord Set made so many creations that imitate life. Because he could, to better understand them?
All right, we'll probably go on a little bit longer, Jolinar. I'm not going to see where this quest is going to end up. I'm guessing we're going to find out some more for sure. Like she said, there's almost certainly other people he's working with. Are they really making enough money from these people, though, to make this worthwhile? Because there's no other reason I could see to even have those people in there, right? Like, he wasn't, like, using them for experiments and shit. They were just throwing them in there to die, for as far as we could see. Oh, it is. Okay. It is out here. So it seems like it was only doing it for money?
And when a customer enters the store, what do we say?
Welcome, citizen.
Good. And when they ask how much something is, what do we say then?
Cease your actions, or you will be taken into custody.
Sure.
Stop, thief! How much is that? Oh, obviously. A ne'er-do-well. Yeah, I'll just switch back over to WoW after this, and I'm gonna go to the barber shop and see what customizations I can get for my pet. I'll probably have to go tame another pet too, because I think both of my pets give like plus leech, which is not super useful.
By the word, I wind the gears. Please state your business or depart.
I'm here to register as a citizen.
Welcome, potential resident. Please speak your birth name, followed by the name of your sponsor.
Iliantra. I have no idea how I came up with this name, by the way. Iliantra. I have no idea. Provost Varnui Arvel.
Dreaming. Torchbugs. Overturned jar. Sponsorship confirmed and archived.
Do what now?
The light of knowledge, Sotha Seal, welcomes you to the Brass Fortress. Go forth and create.
Well, ladybugs and mahogany chairs to you two, ma'am.
Well, I'd say that all worked out splendidly. As one journey ends, another begins. I imagine there's much more to discover here in Sotha Sil's Clockwork City.
So what's next for you?
I can finally begin my exploration in earnest. Now that we've earned our citizenship, I can apply for excavation permits, antiquity transportation licenses. Oh dear. Come to think of it, I might not be able to begin for quite some time.
What about Raynor and Kirith?
They proved useful. Raynor's theories need some work, and Kirith's refusal to listen to reason caused me no small measure of anxiety. But on the whole, satisfactory. Provided that they follow my lead, I might call on them again in the future.
Take care of yourself, Neramo.
I value your service and partnership, Assistant. Please take this as a token of my appreciation. If I understand the bureaucracy correctly, I may be here in the Brass Fortress for a while. Feel free to seek me out, should you require my aid.
There you are. Good. We have much to discuss.
Devaith Fear? Here? It is a true pleasure to meet you.
Yes, I imagine it is now, and I'll be on your way.
Yes. Well, be seeing you, Assistant. Good day, Lord Fear.
Come, we need to talk.
Alright, give me a minute. Let's see. What is it? I'm going to do concealed weapon. Once you morph, you can respec, but you can't like see what the other morph is once you've morphed, as far as I can tell, which is kind of a pain. Because it'd be kind of nice to see, but siphoning's the next thing we get. Level 20. This one I don't want to get. Pour your life's blood and channel the arcane, healing yourself or an ally in front of you, while draining health from yourself for over 3 seconds. Meh. Cripple, sap an enemy's agility and rack them with pain, dealing magic damage over 20 seconds and reducing their movement speed. I mean, again, that's a lot of these are just things that I really don't want. I want more of the direct damage stuff, right? Mark target. Expose an enemy's weakness to afflict them with major breach, reducing their physical resistance, spell resistance, blah, blah, blah. When a marked enemy dies, you heal to full health. Wow. That's pretty nuts. Now, again, with assassination kind of being our best... Well, no. Assassination and Shadow. It's kind of weird that the backstab ability is in Shadow and not Assassination, but I guess it kind of makes sense. What is this one? Summon a dark spirit to terrify near enemies, causing them to cower in fear for 2 seconds and be afflicted with major cowardice for 10 seconds, reducing their weapon and spell damage. Summon a shade version of yourself to attack an enemy and fight at your side for 20 seconds. The shade slashes an enemy, dealing damage, blah, blah, blah. Okay. I mean, none of these are really... That's the other thing. Like, none of these are, like, great. Like, I feel like I've... And it's kind of a good way. I've kind of got my major abilities already, which is nice, but nothing is really pushing me to unlock the other stuff, if that makes sense. Increase weapon and spell damage by 3% of your offhand weapon damage. Yes, we'll do anything that gives us a flat-out upgrade, of course. Now, it looks like we're kind of falling behind on gear, though. You can kind of shows you your overall gear level. So we're pretty low, but again, we're still killing stuff pretty fast. So I'm not too worried about that. All right, let's see what he wants.
So you're a citizen now. Well done. I heard something about a constable tossing people down sewer drains. Even in this shrine to knowledge, drooling idiots bumble their way to power. Ludicrous. Moving on.
Anyway.
Require your services once more.
What do you need?
It's Sotha Seal. Shortly after you and I parted company, I sought him out to discuss our Daedric artifact. I fear something is askew. His habits, his diction, the timbre of his voice, they've all changed, albeit subtly.
You think something's wrong with him?
Worse. Initially, I dismissed it as boredom, fatigue, or even the first signs of senility. But now, after observing him at length, I can say with certainty, this is not the Sotha Seal I know. There's Daedric mischief here, and we will root it out.
How do we go about doing that?
We will leverage your hard-earned citizenship to make inquiries. First, I will make it known that in light of your recent exploits, I offered to take you on as my aide, an offer you eagerly accepted.
How does me becoming your aide help us investigate Sotha Seal?
As the most powerful mage in the Brass Fortress, I find it difficult to have proper conversations with common folk. They grow silent at my approach, then whisper as I leave, An appropriate, but sadly uninformative display of deference.
So you want me to talk to the other aides?
Indeed. It's commonly understood that servants grumble about their masters, loudly, to those they consider equals. Ask them about Sotha Seal's recent behavior. I'm confident we'll find something of value tucked away in their churlish complaints. You have questions, of course. Ask what you must. The forces at work here are cunning indeed. You should be prepared for anything.
I like this guy well enough. I thought no one really knew Sotha Seal. How can you be sure something's wrong?
He is inscrutable, but he's also unflinching. Seal always moves deliberately, quietly, and one step at a time, like clockwork. I have never once seen him divert from his course. Until now.
How has he diverted?
In the short time we've been here, he has twice adjusted city patrol routes and delivered 3 revisions to the Fortress Charter. Trust me when I say this is unprecedented. Sotha Seal never meddles like this.
Has he made any other changes?
That's for you to discover. Don't bother speaking with members of the Congress. Varuni's faith in Sotha Seal is unbreakable. Chancellor Gascogne resents any threat to the status quo. And Luciana, well, let's just say she's been less than helpful.
Is Proctor Luciana still insisting you leave the city?
Luciana resents my presence, but she's no fool. I go where I please, when I please. An open confrontation between us would likely leave hundreds dead. So do not trouble yourself. She will not stand in the way of our investigation.
What can you tell me about the others in Sotha Seal's circle?
Well, you've met Varuni. She's pleasant, without being vapid or boring. Then again, her doe-eyed faith in Sotha Seal turns my stomach. I find religious attachments repulsive. My thoughts on Luciana are well known. As for Gascogne...
Who is Gascogne?
Gascogne serves as Chancellor. He commands respect, but suffers from the peculiar character flaw of demanding praise at all times. Adulation. A sad fixation indeed. He holds great power, but it's his petty obsessions that make him dangerous. Be wary.
No one obsesses like Gascogne. Well, you knew I was going to do it. Welcome back, Yolinar. Probably about to wrap up. But yeah, I'm liking this. These quests are pretty good. I'm very curious what's going on with Sotha Seal. Sounds like something's controlling him, probably, to get him to change the things that he's changed. Maybe to like lighten up security or make it easier to do whatever it is that's influencing him, is trying to do, that kind of a thing. Here I go. Let me. Wait, where's the backpack that I could potentially steal from? No, we are hidden somehow. Alright. I won't steal now. Usually I don't bother because I just get bored of having to take it to the fence. But there's like a whole section of things you can do with the Thieves Guild. They are here. This is the Thieves Guild area. That's always marked by that. But yeah, I'm definitely looking more into playing this. Like I said, I'm kind of torn. Like, even talking about it makes me also want to play Old Republic. Because again, some of the class line stories in Star Wars Old Republic in particular are really good. Even if you're not into Star Wars, like the stories are pretty good. Also, I should get rid of that crosshairs. Like, crosshairs? Yeah. Because it's probably annoying for you guys to look at, isn't it? Like I said, it's hard for me to notice stuff like that. So if you guys see something like that, feel free to say something. And I think I can live without the crosshairs. Where is it? It's under gameplay? It might have been there. Dependent reactions. Oh, let's change them to infrequent. I like it when she responds in combat, but talking about the town we're in and staying in gets old because we're in the same city. If you're traveling a lot, it's not a big deal. But when she keeps saying the same things over and over in the same town, that's when it does get a A little annoying. He probably was here, wasn't it? And I completely missed it. Yeah, I'm like getting, I mean, right here, of course, but even outside and whatnot, I tend to get like 70 to 80 FPS while streaming and everything almost like maxed. So this game does run really well. Like I said, you can see everything's pretty much maxed. I think I'm probably looking right at it, but I know I'll look for it later. But anyhow, yeah, but no, I've really enjoyed the quests here so far for the most part. Like some of the beginning ones were kind of meh, but like the star one was really cool. The astronomer one, I really liked that one a lot. That was probably the best one, especially like I say the end where she lost her personality. I think that was a really, really nice touch to kind of hit on how big of a sacrifice it really was. The investigation one was kind of cool, especially because it's obviously hinting that there's more going on there, which maybe it has something to do with this whole weirdness with Salta Seal. So I'm curious to see where that goes. But yeah, I've been enjoying it. I like this character so far. Like he's still got that kind of generic, pompous, up his own ass thing, but he's funny enough to make it like more tolerable. So I'm liking him. But yeah, so tomorrow, don't forget, starting in about 12 hours, we will be doing StarCraft. We're going to finish the Brood War campaign. We have a few more missions to do. We have one hidden mission to try to unlock as well. So we're going to do that. And then if we have time, and if I'm feeling like it, and if I've gotten the God of War stuff ready to go yet, we might go ahead and start God of War Valhalla. That'll be our next game. That shouldn't take too long, by the way. How long to beat said it's about 10-ish hours. It's like a free DLC type thing. So I wasn't expecting it to be out super long or anything. So that one probably won't take like super long. I'm not picking out of my ear, by the way. It's got like a bump behind my ear. It's driving me nuts. But yeah, that'll be next. And then after that stream again at 8 o'clock, take an hour break. 9 o'clock, we're going to come back with some more Anno 1800 after popular demand. We'll play Anno again. But yeah, I definitely wish we had more time. It's really fun to go through these MMOs that actually have decent stories, which there's not a ton of, to be fair. But there's tons of quests that, could be, like hours and hours and hours of streams and stuff. But hopefully you guys enjoyed. I know the combat is kind of bland. We murder everything so quick. But anyway, I'm going to wrap up. I will see you guys tomorrow for to finishing of StarCraft Brood War and then Anno 1800. See y'all then. Bye.